it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? And here we go.
Hey, what's going on, soulmates? It's good to be back with you guys. I hope that life is treating you alright. I hope you guys enjoy the HasLab penguin I whipped up just before I came on here. I originally wasn't going to do it, but then, you know... God, we got Bully McGuire in the chat already. Yeah, I bet you are, Bully. You do you, dude. Just do it away from me. Oh, a second. Alright, that's better. Okay, I think we're good here, guys. Sorry, something was going wrong with my setup. I was on the fritz there for a second, but we're okay now, I think. Welcome back, everyone. There's a lot of moving parts on streams. Rewind, how you doing, dude? Stephanie, it's good to see you. Who else we got in chat right now? Marcus! Marcus! How you doing, dude? Oh, man, it's good to see you guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the HasLab penguin. I whipped it up just before I came on stream, and well, you know, it's dumb, but it was funny. I had fun with it. I'll miss the part where that's my problem. Oh my god, guys, we got a lot of different news to talk about today. Like, there was not much really going on all week. Oh, you're stressed out, Marcus? I'm sorry, man. Well, hopefully you can unwind a little bit right now. 5 more shows. Yeah, that's pretty stressful, not gonna lie. 5 more. And then I guess you gotta find a new show. But let me show you guys some of the stuff I got recently, because, you know, I've got a few pickups that I got over the past week, and these are pretty cool. Gavin, Hey, thanks, dude. Really appreciate that. The best toys channel? You really flatter me, man. Alright, so check it out, guys. It's not a big haul, but I got a few things. Here's what I got. The first thing I got was Superpower Superman. I actually got this from Walmart recently because I just had to tack something onto my order. I wasn't really planning on getting the Superpower Superman, but then it kind of just happened. A new Annihilus, Kelly? That would be cool. It's been, what, like 15 years since the last one? I think a new one would be in order. I mean, the one from 2007 was not the worst, but it could have been better. Still, it was kind of cool. Yeah, this new Superpower Superman, I'm looking forward to reviewing this one. I don't know. I have to play around with it to make any judgments, but right now I can tell that the cape is a little touch and go here. They got the thing strapped to the little plastic insert that he's inside of, and I'm not in love with that. Also, it looks like it's come off of him, so that's even better. Boy. Oh boy. The trials and tribulations when you start a new line. Every time there's a new line, something goes wrong with it, you know? Because they're trying to work out all the issues. Yeah, it's a super action figure. I hope it's better out of the box than right now it looks in box. The paint job looks kind of clean on it, and the sculpt looks like it's pretty on point. Well, the paint looks less clean up near his neck. It's kind of hard to see it on camera here because of the nature of the live stream, but yeah, the paint job's a little messy near his neckline. Okay, next thing I got, guys, is Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Really looking forward to doing a review of this one. This is one of my more popular videos. Yes, figure motion, you're absolutely right, man. They do thread the tag through the cape. I heard that they're going to stop doing that because people are, well, rightfully complaining. But I don't know why they did in the first place. It's silly. And also, it just leaves a big hole in the cape, so that's not great either. Here's Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Yeah, this is one of my most popular videos of late, and I thought to myself, well, you know, I guess it's time to get him. And hopefully he's going to be pretty cool. We're going to open this one, I think, in a second. Astrid actually got this one, and she was trying to look inside the box for it to make sure that everything was in order with these closed windowless boxes, and it kind of looks like the side of this was chewed up by her dog. We really need to get her a box cutter or something so she doesn't destroy any boxes in the future. Woo, boy. All right. And the last thing that I got recently, guys, was the Lizard. This one is my most viewed video on the entire channel, so again, I thought to myself, well, I guess I'd be kind of dumb not to get him. Yeah, this one looks pretty cool in box. Just looking at him, I have to say that, just judging by the details, he looks like he might be one of the top Marvel Legends of 2022. He's pretty good. Obviously, you know, you gotta play with these things and review them to see how they are outside the box. But right now, he's looking okay. Yeah. I actually got this one just by a stroke of luck. It came up for pre-order at Walmart, or not for pre-order. It was up at Walmart, and then I was able to get him, and here he is, and I'm glad that he arrived. I'm kind of thankful that they didn't send something else in the box, because I got a DC Multiverse Hush pretty recently that instead of sending the action figure, they just sent me a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce that cost like $10, which is $10 less than the action figure costs. So naturally, I complained to Walmart about that, and they sent me the right toy. But you know, I still have a tube of Sweet Baby Ray's Chipotle barbecue sauce that I don't even really want because of DC Multiverse Hush. Yeah, Jay, the Amazing Fantasy Spidey and Ditko Lizard will be pretty nice. So I gotta tell you guys that I've been trying to get the 90s animated Spider-Man, and it really hasn't been happening. I've been looking every night to try and see if I can get it, and it has pre-order next to it, and every time I look at it, I try clicking it, but every time I do, it just says, we're sorry, we can't process this, or whatever nonsense. Figure motion, that's a good question. What I'm thinking happened is that someone saw the action figure and said, you know what, I kind of want that. And then they just stuffed the barbecue sauce in there and sent me the barbecue sauce. Either that or it was just an honest mistake and someone else ordered barbecue sauce and I ordered an action figure and then they just labeled the wrong boxes. Honestly, that's probably what happened because I don't know. I don't know that anyone's really rushing out to get DC Multiverse Hush, but hey, I could be wrong. Maybe there's a lot of Batman fans out there. Eddie, it's good to see you, dude. How you doing, man? Good to see everyone here with me tonight. It's nice to see Rewind, Gavin, Jay, Eddie, Figure Motion. Yeah, I know, Eddie. I just, you know what? I haven't set up my P.O. box yet, and God, I gotta tell you guys, like, I was looking into the P.O. box recently, and I'm kind of still just getting over the sticker shock of looking at it, because I looked and it was like it was almost $150, man. I looked at that, and I'm just looking at that going, Jesus, what happened? Like, literally, the price of a P.O. box has doubled in the past 2 years. Hey, Jay, how you doing, man? Forward, you love these live streams? I appreciate it, man. It's nice having you here. Yes, Rewind, I do like your penguins. We don't have enough penguins in chat. We got too many boomers questioning the presence of the penguin in our polls. And, we need to counteract that by spamming a lot of penguins. And I do mean a lot of penguins, so don't hold back on the penguins, guys. Yes, yes, more penguins. Oh, for everyone who didn't arrive at the beginning of the stream, I showed off the new Penguin HasLab by Marvel Legends. I created it right before the stream. It's a real hack job, but it's so funny. Anyway, I don't know if Blaze is here yet or not, so we'll be doing the roundtable pretty soon and going into all the new news and everything. Can we spam penguins? Yeah, go ahead and spam penguins. We also have exclusive member-only penguin emotes, so if you want to go for that, guys, feel free. Let's check out this amazing fantasy Spider-Man, considering that my girlfriend Astrid completely destroyed the box. I'm not going to feel too bad about opening this one. Especially, you know, not considering that he's in this little cardboard thing, and, you know, yeah. These windowless packages, man. I don't know how I feel about these with the cardboard inserts. It's too easy to, like, stuff other stuff in there, and a lot of people have been posting things about it. What are you guys going on about in chat? Oh, there's the penguins. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot of penguins, guys. So, alright, here we go. Spider-Man is stuffed in this little thing. Let's see if we can get him out. What's the most reliable way to get him out of here? Oh, there's some tabs on the side here that I guess we could rip off. Oh, okay, yeah, that works. Alright, so we'll just kind of stuff those little cardboard pieces through there, and we'll very gently pull Spider-Man out. Try not to tear everything apart. Oh, here's a little bag with... Okay, that's just his web line. I thought that he was gonna... Okay, there's his other accessories. Everything comes in these little bags like you would get for, I don't know, McDonald's fries or... What's another thing? Just various baked goods. They're using this really kind of cheap crinkly paper. Yeah, a little bit, Eddie. It takes a little bit of doing to make this happen. All right, so if we open these up, fortunately these are not taped shut or anything, so it should be pretty easy to get everything out. And you know, I'm kind of used to this already because I had to go through this for Wolverine. And I'm trying not to tear the bag apart. I'm trying to keep everything intact for the most part. Plastic Syndicate, how you doing, dude? It's nice to see you, man. Alright, so he's got actually a lot of accessories in this bag here. Okay, so I've got all the accessories that were in that bag, I believe. We've got the 2 web things that go under his arms. And we've got, like, 3 different sets of hands. That's a good number of accessories for being in such a tiny bag. What's kind of funny here is with this new setup, you know, minus the plastic, they can actually fit a lot more in the box if they're so inclined. Of course, you know, will they? Probably not. that's counterintuitive, I suppose. And this long bag here has the web that he comes with, and yeah, that's kind of cool. Now, obviously, it's got this little thing here so he can swing on it and stuff. Alright, let's take Spider-Man out, take a look at him, guys. We're taking a look at Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, guys. I just got him. Target sent him to me. Suddenly, Target decided to send all their pre-orders out. You like the jazz hands? Okay, we're gonna put some jazz hands on him. Just give me a second. Okay, I didn't tear anything apart. Alright. Everything looks good. Okay, so, yeah, here's Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, guys. And let's take a look at some of these paint apps on him. How good does he look? Well, at first glance here, he looks pretty clean. Yeah. Don't see much that's all screwed up in the way of paint apps over here. Yeah, he looks pretty clean. I can't say anything bad. Well, there's a little spot on his shoulder there, but, you know, there's always a little something on these Marvel Legends. A little blemish. Yeah, the mesh wings instead of the plastic ones, honestly, those would have been a little bit better than, I think, the plastic. I remember we had the mesh ones on the original Toy Biz Marvel Legends one, and I like those better, even though it kind of looks weird from behind, but, you know, when you got him just doing his thing from the front, yeah, it looks alright. Alright, so, yeah, he's got the butterfly joint, that looks good. So far, you know, he's pretty easy to pose around. Okay, he's got these little holes under his arms, and that's where we stick the wings. Let's see how his torso goes. Oh, wow. Okay, his head's maybe kind of limited. Wait. Okay, it's got a kind of a ball joint on it, so we can make his head do some stuff. Yeah, just want to see if I can make his head turn from side to side. Yeah, Kelly, what are you asking? Bully Maguire over here. We're having fun with Bully Maguire, guys. Got a question for you guys and gals in the States. Are you being charged 2-pack prices for Spider-Man Noir? Because prices up in Canada you are. Okay, we're being charged $30 for Spider-Man Noir. So, yeah. If you're being charged more than that, then you're just being charged more. How much is being charged for Spider-Man Noir up in Canada? Is he like $52 or something? Because for a 2-pack here in America, at least the Renew Your Vows one, it's $56.99 or something. And they're charging a Spider-Man tax for it because a 2-pack, well, I guess it depends, but a 2-pack should probably only cost like $49.99. That would be standard price. Noir went live on Target. I don't even care that much about Spider-Man Noir. Yeah. I mean, I imagine some people want him. He looked kind of cool, but I don't really know. I don't really need him that badly. $70 Canadian? That's insane, dude. Really? Just for Spider-Man Noir? Are you kidding me? What? Wow. Your idea for a good HasLab is an Ant-Man themed one consisting of Giant Man as a centerpiece and the tiers being Ant-Man with a rideable ant, classic Wasp, Egghead, and Scarlet Beetle. Sorry, I'm just playing around with my Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man here, getting a feel for him. Yeah. So far, everything looks pretty cool. There's no joints that are sticking or anything, so it feels pretty clean. He feels pretty fun. Completely new body on him, so that's nice too. I always enjoy seeing new sculpts on Marvel Legends, and I wish we would see a few more new sculpts every so often. Doesn't seem like we get enough. Yeah, Stephanie, we are paying for Spider-Man with these toys. Like this is like a $26.50 toy, and that's already, it's $1.50 more than your average Marvel Legend, the standard Marvel Legend price. I don't know why they're charging more for Spider-Man, but I absolutely hate it. It's something that really bothers me. Here, let's go ahead and play around with the hands. Wait, well, let's not play around with the hands quite yet. Let's mess around with these webs, I guess. Let's see how the webs do. Okay, I'm gonna put this one on his arm right here. Okay. Okay, I think that's how it's supposed to go, yeah. You kind of just stick it in underneath his arm, and it... come on, baby. There you go. Alright. Okay, so... yeah, there. That's what he looks like with the webs under his arms. And they're kind of just dangling off his back. They don't really have any support at all on the sides. They're just Man, they look really loose when they're hanging on his arm. Yeah, okay, there it goes. Yeah, this. Okay, so maybe this design is not the best for these webs, because they're literally just hanging from a peg over here on this, and it's not very stable. When I made my video about this one, guys, I said that I'm not sure those webs are going to hold very well the way that they're doing them, and it looks like I was correct. Jeez. Spider-Man? No. Just because he's a popular character and they want to make more money. You know, when you buy a license, you don't pay more for specific characters. Alright, let's see. How do I put this? God, these webs are a little bit confusing. Okay, so we're supposed to, like, spread his arms out for this one. Okay. And, okay, there it goes. Wait. Oh, God, this is awkward. Getting this long one out? Oh, man. I don't know what to do with this. This doesn't go in very well like this. These ones? Oh, man, I really don't like that. Okay, I got it. I kind of had to reposition his shoulder and stuff. Boy, that looks kind of ugly. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, guys. Yeah, I don't like these webs that much. Ooh. Alright, let's stick this other one in right there. Come on. Okay. Let's try it again. Go in, buddy. There it goes. Alright, we got his web arms in. Okay. Cool. Now let's see if we can make his arms look kind of presentable. Alright, there it is. I got his little webs in. Ooh. Yeah, Eddie, you were kind of right on this one, because the webs, they don't look great. Yeah, the mesh ones would have looked better, I think, even if maybe they wouldn't have looked... I don't know. These... It just doesn't feel like a great look for me. Yeah, Stephanie, the webs on these... these webs are kind of lame. I don't know what I would rate this one yet. So far, I'm leaning toward maybe a C or a B. Somewhere around there. Let's try on some of his hands. Well, I won't try on all of his hands right now. I just want to kind of see what he looks like when he's web swinging and stuff. Here, let's put on a thwip hand. Yeah, put on a thwip hand and we'll see how he's doing. Alright. Oh, bam! There we go. Okay. So we got a thwip hand on. Let's go ahead and put a... Where's his web line? Where did I put that? Oh, right there it is. Alright, let's do this. Let's thread his hand. And... how do we do this? There it goes. Okay, cool. We got it. Alright, cool. So we got that, and let's position him just a little bit. Here, let's kick his leg up. Yeah, alright, yeah. Position him a little bit more, and well, bam, we got Spidey. Yeah, that's cool. Alright. Here, what if we do this? There, it's even better. Whip. Well, bam. Alright, that's kind of cool. I don't mind the web line at all. Some people were saying they don't like this one, but it's alright. Like, I don't know how you would do it any better, because it's not like we can just put webs on Spider-Man's web shooters on this. So right now, I'm feeling okay about this one. Here, let's kick it. Alright, that's even better. Yeah, cool. Wait. Ah, even better. Yeah, go Spidey. Alright. Yeah, I'm leaning towards probably a B or a C for this one. Those web wings don't really work for me, but the sculpt on this one is, it's pretty decent. And it works pretty well, and it kind of looks like Spider-Man. Yeah, the web looks nice. I don't have a problem with it. It's fine. I noticed that they have that little hook on there to give him a little bit more support when he's swinging like this. Yeah, I like him alright. Like, I'm not in love with him, but I don't hate him either. Kind of wondering now about the 90s animated Spider-Man guys, and whether or not he's going to have these little holes under his arms. You know, the one that's the Walmart exclusive, the cel-shaded one? Now I'm really worried about that, because I'm thinking about that, guys, and I'm just kind of musing myself, oh boy. I just realized here right now that he's probably going to have these holes, and yeah, I imagine I'm not going to love that too much. But then again, who knows? I might get surprised, and maybe they'll fill them. Because they did it for Rhino, but 90s animated Spider-Man? I don't know, man. One of the most popular characters, I guess I would be surprised if they didn't do something to fill those. Ironically, the 90s animated Spider-Man at Walmart is standard price. That one I didn't see coming. Alright, that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the live review. I don't know. Kind of enjoy playing around with these toys. Your sister wants to know, does it feel like if you drop, you will break it? No, Spider-Man feels pretty sturdy. In general, Marvel Legends are pretty sturdy. So let's go ahead and drop them right now. Here, I'll just... I don't know. I don't really have anything hard I can drop them on. I guess I'll just drop them on this table here. Alright, Spider-Man, time. Yeah, Stephanie. I remember Venom with those shoulder holes. Remember all the apologies people were making for that toy, and I was like the only guy on the internet who called it out for what it was? And I was right. I was 100% right. I was right then, and I'm right now. That Venom was terrible. I should get a shocker just so I can reenact that scene, guys. Alright, it's time for Spidey to take a tumble. Here we go. Okay, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's sturdy. Don't need to worry, guys. He's not going to break. Well, I mean, he probably would break if you did something to him, but as long as you're not doing anything too extreme with him, he's going to be fine. If you throw him from a high enough height, I assume he probably will break. I could give the web wings to the Amazing Friend Spider-Man. Dude, I still gotta get, like, a bunch of views if I'm ever going to review that set, because there's no way I'm going to buy a Pulse exclusive set without a ton of views. He will survive. What? Why is he going to be at the bottom of your purse, Astrid? What? Greetings from Peru. Hey, welcome, dude. Steve, it's good to see you, man. How's life treating you today? Tell you what, we're going to switch scenes right now, and I think we're going to start getting into the news, because there's a lot of news happening right now. There wasn't much going on all week, and then NYCC happened, guys, and whoo, boy, there's a lot of stuff going on, especially over at McFarlane Toys. Eddie, you had two of those Venoms. You opened one on the card, and the one I opened was quite disappointed with. It was just an ugly figure out of the package, so I sold it, but kept the carded one. Yeah, the carded one, Eddie, is probably going to be worth a mint by now, because people were going wild over that. I didn't even want to review it. I thought it was just too bad to bother with. Also, it was a Pulse exclusive, and Pulse exclusives... Dude, I just can't be bothered with Pulse exclusives. Astrid over here acting like Spidey's gonna crawl in her purse. Jeez. Yeah. Alright, let's switch over to our chat view, guys. And let's take a look at some of these new reveals that we got going on. Here, let me find the first reveal that we have for today. Or at least the first one I really feel like talking about. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Marvel Legends stuff first, and there isn't a lot of Marvel Legends stuff at the moment, but mostly we just have a look at the HasLab, a closer look. Let's switch over. Alright, here we go, guys. Check it out. Here's a closer look at Mephisto. And, yeah, it's alright. Like, how do you guys feel about Mephisto? Like, are you guys actually excited for Mephisto? I just kind of want to know. Here, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to move this up just a little bit. Like that. And I'm going to take this window. And we're going to switch it over here. There it goes. That's better. Okay, I like that better. Wish he was not wearing shoes. Yeah. That seems to be the consensus about Mephisto on this one, is that you know, we haven't seen much growth on the HasLab, and I really thought that once we got Mephisto, that people would be flocking to the HasLab. Lady Astrid, it's not necessarily that Mephisto is bad. It's that Mephisto is not his classic incarnation, and I think that's what people mostly wanted. Instead, we got a more modern Mephisto, and it's not really the Mephisto a lot of people are more familiar with. So, if it were individual release, I think it would probably sell, but as it is with the HasLab, it's not really motivating people, it looks like. It looks like a kit bash. That's how I felt, Mel. I really think that this is just a retooled Attuma. It looks like they've done some stuff with the Attuma body, and then this is the result. The display version of Mephisto is missing some paint on his eyebrows. Oh, is he now? Okay, well now I'm all curious. Let's go ahead and maybe take a look at... Let's see if I can find the HasLab. I have it pulled up on my browsers over here. Ah, there it is. Okay, so here's the HasLab right now, guys. And it's at 52... Well, let's refresh. Refresh! Alright, it's still at 5261. Okay, so we got that. 5261 backers. I've been saying again and again, it's not really hemorrhaging backers, it's just trickling them. Like, it's steadily losing them. I kind of expected the project to lose more than it's already lost. And right now, I kind of feel like it still has a chance, but I digress. Let's go down to Mephisto. Take a look at the paint on the eyebrows. Wait. Alright, is it gonna load? Is it gonna load? Is it gonna load? Here, let's try this. What if I do this? Alright, cool. It's bleeding backers. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Eddie. It's bleeding backers. Undeniably so. Yeah, watch after the HasLab, they will do a retro repaint of this Mephisto, pink face and all. Yeah, I don't know. If it fails, they'll probably do something with the Mephisto. If it doesn't fail, then I don't know if we're ever going to see a Mephisto, to be honest. Although, you never know. A few years down the line, they might do some kind of revamped version of him that more closely resembles his classic depiction. Okay, so here's the Mephisto, guys. And you know what I'm going to do? God, I don't know why, but this window is bothering me right now. So we're going to just move this way. On. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's better. That's better. And now I'm going to pull this window so that it widens up a bit. The presentation was bothering me a little bit. Okay, that looked a little bit more professional. And also we get a lot more headspace for Mephisto and stuff. Cool. Alright. That's better. Alright, good. Sorry guys, I just wanted to adjust that so it looked a little better on the screen. Alright, so yeah, one of you guys mentioned that Mephisto doesn't look like he has as much paint on his eyebrows. And, well, looking at this one, his eyebrows look like they have a lot of black paint on them. Naturally, I suppose. Doesn't seem to have interchangeable hands. Raymond, he actually does have interchangeable hands. He comes with those. That has been confirmed and they're pictured on the HasLab project website. So that's really the only accessory he has, though. And I know a lot of people were hoping for a throne for him. That's not happening. Probably not. Not unless Hasbro decides to change their minds at some point. And, you never say never, because they did change their minds about Robbie Reyes. Well, they include the head and the hoodie. We're not seeing the action figure. I think that's... Well, I already made a video about it. You guys already know what I think about that. I don't need to beat the dead horse here. But anyway, looking at NYCC Mephisto, if we scroll back over this way. Sorry, I got a lot of tabs open here, guys, so bear with me. And here he is. And is he missing paint? Maybe a little bit. Maybe it's just the fact that it's like a prototype or something. I don't know. Like I told you guys, I like the cape on Mephisto. I like the tunic. I like the wrappings actually look pretty decent. They look like they've been... Those look like they might be new. Like, I thought that they might belong to Attuma, but after looking at the two, they might be new, or Attuma might be retooled, but regardless, it does look significantly different from the Attuma action figure. Kelly says she'd like to see him shooting a Hellfire effect. You know, that would be pretty awesome. Having some kind of effect like that would be nice. It'd be great to just have some kind of accessory. Yeah, the renders on the Pulse website. I know, Matthew. I'm just comparing what we see on the renders to what we see here. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to see a lot of difference. He more or less looks pretty much like the render. So the differences at least are going to be minute here. Just curious for all the people in the audience who maybe are not really interested in Mephisto. Like, if you aren't backing the project now, and you're the sort of person who would go for a HasLab, what's stopping you from backing this right now? Like, specifically on Mephisto. Is there anything that you don't like about Mephisto that's giving you pause about backing the HasLab? Okay, so Matthew says for such a highly demanded character, he'd benefit from a deluxe release, including a throne and some effects. Yeah, it's up in the air whether or not we're gonna get the HasLab, to be honest. Obviously. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. I would like to see him with the throne too. Just like we saw with the Marvel Select one. And, well, I think they could do it. There's not really any reason they couldn't. Because we see demons and gods at retail all the time. We talked about that in a prior stream. So, seeing Mephisto, it really wouldn't be a big deal. But whether or not it happens is another can of worms. Mel says that Mephisto was never a make or break, and Flame of... Okay, so just having more accessories here seems to be the issue for a character like Mephisto, who is a pretty big deal, by the way. Like, Mephisto is one of the most important characters in the Marvel Universe, and he's one of the most universal antagonists in the Marvel Universe. He's an antagonist of, Doctor Strange. He's an antagonist of Ghost Rider, of Silver Surfer, He's crossed paths with everybody. He's one of those kinds of villains. So he's kind of important. I would like to see a general release of him. And I wouldn't mind seeing either this one or some other version of him. Preferably the classic version, but also I'm very partial to the John Romita Jr. redesign from the Daredevil comic books in the 80s. Alright. So, moving on from that, let's talk about the Goblin Queen, guys. Oh boy. Swinging prefers the Select Mephisto. Yeah, a lot of people do. And probably because it's a classic version. And that makes sense. So, the Goblin Queen. I'm not in love with this one, guys. I just recorded a video about it yesterday. And I'm gonna edit that a little later. Yeah, it kind of looks like they just take... It kind of looks like Shriek, doesn't it? And I think more than anything, I'm just really confused by the inclusion of Goblin Queen. Because it's a Ghost Rider thing, or I thought it was supposed to be a Ghost Rider thing, and now I guess they've kind of just changed gears and everyone's saying, no, it's Halloween themed, it's monster themed. And I said, since when? Since when? This is being promoted as the 50th anniversary of Ghost Rider. Since when was it monsters in general, dude? But no, I guess now it is. Goblin Queen. That I didn't see that coming a mile away, man. Alright, Matthew says about Mephisto, it's the price. More justifiable once all the tiers are unlocked. They should really reveal the rest of the tiers for the buyers to see it. You'd like to see Nightmare and Blackheart. Yeah, Matthew, I would kind of like to see Blackheart too. I think that's the only way that this one is really going to recover. If they pull out Blackheart. It's like the only chance they got left. And by the way, I've been hearing that they've only got one tier left on this. And the other HasLabs, like Galactus? Galactus had 4 tiers. This, it's a 3 apparently. And you know, when you got fewer tiers, you really got to make them count. I don't know if it's true or not that they only have 3 tiers, but from what I've been reading, apparently there's only 3. So, yeah, one more tier left. I'm not even kidding, Stephanie. I was surprised by that too, but yeah, if they're going to release only one more tier, they really got to make it count. Because they really did not make it count on this Goblin Queen tier. Like, it's not the most desirable version of the character. Blackheart is not enough. I'm not saying it will be enough, but I'm going to give it a maybe. It'll be able to make a comeback then. John says, the only thing nice about Mephisto is the head sculpt. Very lazy attempt to get more backers. I would agree that the head sculpt was probably the most positive thing about Mephisto. Like, it isn't necessarily bad. I'm not in love with the body. I'm not feeling it, you know? Goblin Queen, they want to get X-Men fans to spend $350 for. That's wild to me that anyone would even think about spending $350 for this action figure. Like, this action figure looks cheap, guys. It looks cheap. There's most of the details for her costume are just painted directly onto her body. There should be separation where her costume and her body meets, and there isn't. It's just painted on. It reminds me very much of Shriek, and I thought that Shriek looked cheap too. I don't remember how many the Sentinels were, Matthew. But, this Galactus was definitely 4. And yeah, apparently this one's 3. I can't believe it either. Okay, comments are coming hot and fast. Yeah, Ghost Rider fans are really getting it bad, Steph. Goblin Queen with no goblins to have around her. What is she even a queen of, your boy says. Yeah, I know, man. They should include all those figures in the base project. Okay, so Eddie's got an interesting idea here that they should just take all these figures, put them in the base project, and then reveal some other tiers. And do the bikes. Actually, Eddie, if they were gonna like salvage this, that would be a pretty good way to do it. To just take all these and throw them on the base tier, and then reveal the bikes as the other ones. That would get the job done, I think. I think that would people would finally say, yeah, okay. I never even thought of that, but that's a pretty good idea. Alex says, yeah, the action figures, Alex, are really bland on this one. There's a lot of reuse on a HasLab, and that's so disheartening. I can't believe it. Like, on the tiers, I guess I could understand it, but on the base level, Robbie Reyes features reused long shot parts. Come on, man. For $350. Alright, torso issue, considering I have figures as sculpted. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing about Goblin Queen, guys. This is actually a comic book accurate Goblin Queen. It's just not the one that I think a lot of older collectors / comic book fans are familiar with. Because a couple of years ago, in like Secret Wars, I think it is, she appeared in this very costume, and I pulled up comic book panels of her in this costume for my video. So the issue really isn't with the comic book accuracy. This is a comic book accurate costume that she wears. It's maybe not the one that everyone wanted, but it's the one they chose because it's a more recent one. And my issue is that the sculpting detail is just so low that it makes the action figure look bland and cheap. Like, if they did more with this design, this would probably be a pretty good release. Matt hopes it's 4 tiers. Project Generator said tier 0. Tier 0? Tier 0? Tier 0, okay. That's weird. That's weird. I don't, how is it tier 0? Yeah, the cape is nice. YouTube commenter. The cape absolutely is nice. The cape and the little loincloth and the jewel and everything, or head sculpt, those are all really nice. The rest of it, bleh. Bob from Ontario, just allow us to have 2 tier figures of our choice. Leftover ones you can sell at Walmart or Target. Also, drop the price by $50. Yeah, boy's got a really good point too. For all the reuse, I could probably get someone to commission someone to kit bash these for half the price. Yeah, our boy Inglorious Draven, if I talk to him, he could probably make a Goblin Queen no problem, because he's really good with customs. And he could very, very easily just cobble together something. I mean, pretty much all you gotta do is find a pair of high heels and pop them on a Shriek, and you're already halfway there. Find a Jean Grey head, and then you're pretty much all the way there. Besides the cape. And that's really all you gotta do is find a Jean Grey head, because Madeline Pryor is a clone of Jean Grey, right? See, I don't really think that the outfit on Goblin Queen was really an issue. Or it shouldn't be an issue, because if it wasn't an issue to put it in comic books in the late 80s, why would it be an issue now in 2022? Right? That doesn't make any sense. It's good enough to put on newspaper stands in the late 80s, but in 2022 we're suddenly clutching our pearls over the thought of Goblin Queen wearing a skimpy outfit? Oh, the horror! Nah, I'm not buying it. Especially when we've gotten so many action figures that are showing some skin. Not really a big deal to me, and I don't see why it would be a big deal to anyone else. Since they took away the actual Robbie Reyes, I hope with her being tier 0 we get 4. Yeah, I mean, wish in one hand, do you know what in the other, Matt. I guess. I'll say never, but I'm gonna say that we're probably not gonna see 4 more tiers. Yeah, maybe if Hasbro feels like this one is going to fail dismally, maybe they'll pull out all the stops and do something crazy. But right now, I think they're just trying their luck. Yeah, we're already getting a new Phoenix, so making a Goblin Queen custom wouldn't be that hard. Pretty much the only problem at that point is the cape and the cloth. Alright, I guess that's enough about Goblin Queen. I don't know, guys. It just feels like a really half-baked tier. And, Hasbro, wait, Hasbro's worried about what? Why are they afraid of that? What's going on? They would be afraid of that, Kelly. Like, yeah, I don't even know anything about that. Alright, let's, okay, well, here's a look at Robbie Reyes again. I know everyone's already seen this one, but here we have him again. Here he is in the flesh. Or the plastic, rather than the render. And, yeah, he's got the new body. Yeah, he's got the arms and legs that are borrowed from Longshot. And then he's got the cool head. And the accessories. It's alright. And there's our Charger, guys. The Engine of Vengeance Charger. Sorry guys, just a second. Ugh. There we go. Oh, was that why? No one cares about that. Kelly. I mean, There's no way they're gonna get taken to court over that. That'd be silly. The current offering is worrisome and not really worth the price. Thanks for responding so much. A lot of 2% UDET. Thanks, Matt. Really appreciate that. Well, you know, I try to respond to people while we're here live because, you know, it's part of the live stream experience, because I don't always have time to respond to everyone's comments, because I do get a lot of comments on this channel, so it's a lot easier to respond to people in real time. So that's why I try to make a little bit of time every Friday to come on here with you guys, and if anyone has anything they want to get off their chest, hopefully, you know, to keep it nice and, how do I put this? Civil? Yeah, civil. Then, yeah, it's a good deal for everyone. Our boy Blaze the Bandit, I think, is going to be joining us for our roundtable today, and we're going to be talking a little bit about some of the new DC stuff and some Spawn stuff too, because, you know, he's been pushing me to get more Spawn on the channel. There was a lot of reviews from McFarlane Toys recently, guys. If the trunk was big enough for the Doomhead, you would reconsider. Oh god, don't remind me about the Doomhead. Oh man, that was some kind of tear for Galactus, wasn't it? I was so confused when I saw that last year. The Doomhead. I looked at that and I'm just going, what? What? Why? I was trying to figure out why would they include that? Isn't there a weird reason to why Mephisto hasn't showed up in the MCU yet? Like Disney, they don't want to get involved with demons. I don't know about that. That sounds like they literally just made a Hocus Pocus movie, man. I don't think that Disney cares about demons. I think that people are just making stuff up. I mean, they literally just did a Werewolf by Night special. So, do I really think that they're worried about demons and everything? No. You look forward to it, Eddie? That's good to hear, man. I appreciate you being here, bro. Yeah. YouTube commenter, I think that an unmasked Galactus or some other type of Galactus head would have been more appropriate than just a random dude head, or why do I keep saying dude? Doom head that doesn't really make any sense with the package. I had a lot of criticisms for that Galactus last year, and well, I guess we're gonna find out pretty shortly what he's gonna be like. Dude, they're not gonna do a Nick Cage head. They're not gonna license Nick Cage for the HasLab. People keep saying Nick Cage. We're not seeing Nick Cage. Let's take a look at some Marvel Select stuff, guys. Oh, God. You know, I've been kind of raking the HasLab over the coals recently, but you know what? The Marvel Select stuff, guys, is just really awesome, and I feel like I've been sleeping on it because I looked at this Vision earlier and I thought, dude, that looks cool. Oh, look at those. It comes with some nice accessories. Yeah, that one's awesome. I think it was more they were committed to magic elements early on, but since the success of Strange, they've been adding more of that into the MCU. Yeah, exactly. Like, they just did Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Do we really think that they're averse to excuse me, I'm getting tongue-tied. Do we really think they're averse to demons when they just made 2 Doctor Strange movies? I don't think so. Nah, I'm not buying that. I think they're okay with demons because they've shown Dormammu in Doctor Strange, man. You canceled your Galactus because of the tear? Eddie. That's amazing, bro. Oh, jeez. You know something, guys? I'm kind of wondering what kind of problems the Galactus is going to have when it comes out this year, because we all remember the Sentinel stuff and the knee screw shenanigans and the apologies that everyone were making about the joints and the fact that the ratchets don't even work. I can't believe the propaganda they got spread around about, oh, it's an easy fix, just turn the screw in the knee. And I'm looking at that going, thinking, are you mad? Like, I barely have a high schooler's understanding of physics, and I still understand that, you know, I still understand friction. The Doomhead is cool. Yeah. Another Herald would have been better. They probably should have just stuck with the Herald ordeal theme that they had going and included Terrax. Yeah, Airwalker. They should have just done a Herald and called it a day. It would have made sense. It would have been fine. It wouldn't have been what I kind of wanted for the HasLab, but if they'd done the Herald ordeal, I would have said, you know what, that's kind of cool. But that Doomhead at the last minute, woof. What even, man? On those last couple, on the Doomhead, you could really tell that they didn't have anything planned. You know, I figured that's actually a great idea. As soon as I get some more emotes on this channel, after we get some more members, tell you what, I'll get going that Doomhead emote. Oh, that's a fantastic idea. I gotta get on that, man. Alright, so here's another one that looks pretty cool, guys. This is the Super Skrull. I'm not really interested in this one myself, so I don't know if I'm gonna get one. But, yeah, he's kind of neat. The sculpt looks good, as always. I'm always impressed with what I see from Marvel Select. Matt says, I do hope we'll see Mephisto soon. Yeah, there's been... I don't know. If we do see Mephisto, I hope that they do him right. I hope they don't just... I hope they don't... I'm kind of worried what kind of portrayal they'll give him, because some of the villains they've done in these movies have been kind of lame. Like Taskmaster. Taskmaster's been awful, bro. Eddie. I love Home Alone too, dude. Still need Stardust. Yeah, Stardust would be cool too. Yeah, I keep thinking that too, Matthew. The original plot with Nightmare would have been awesome. Just want to see some more of Doctor Strange's rogues. Like the second movie he had, the villain was the Scarlet Witch, which was kind of cool. But is it really his traditional rogues gallery? No. And some of those villains that I would absolutely love to see. Yeah, the new Marvel Select Miles Morales action figure is horrible, guys, and I don't know what happened with that one. But that one is one of the worst things I've seen from them in a long time. Usually when they make stuff, you know, like Beta Ray Bill here or the other two action figures we just saw, they knock it out of the park, because Beta Ray Bill here is another one I'm not all that interested in, but it looks great. I mean, that's a top tier action figure right there. If I were a Beta Ray Bill fan right now, I would be over the moon. Really cool stuff. God, that sculpt is good. And then, like, this one over here, Apocalypse, I mean, stick a fork in it. The Marvel Legends Apocalypse is done. This Apocalypse is top tier stuff. Probably one of the best action figures of the year. I have to see what it's like in person, but I got a feeling that this one is going to be taking home some awards, guys. This thing is a beast, and look at those accessories. I haven't really seen his accessories until now, but that drill and that claw, wow, that's cool. Yeah, it's like a more recent design. They've been doing a lot of more recent designs for stuff, and that's why people have not been recognizing some of the characters, Kelly. Yeah, Titanium Man 2, average YouTube commenter. Titanium Man was awesome. I really want that one, actually. I've been kind of thinking about it in the back of my head. I kind of want that one. I kind of want the Silver Centurion Iron Man. All Marvel Select stuff I would love to get my hands on, and I haven't really done it yet, but it's in there in my mind, and I'm thinking about it, guys. I'm always thinking about this stuff. You guys have no idea. I always got these characters on my mind. What happened to Mordo in their MCU? Mordo in the MCU? You mean Baron Mordo? I think he's a bad guy. Yeah, he's in the movies. Well, I don't want to spoil Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness for you, but he's in there, figure. Yeah, this Apocalypse is nuts. Like, this is like one that I'm looking at and I'm saying to myself, I gotta get this. Gotta get this. Classic Baron Mordo? I don't know. He seems fine to me. He hasn't really had much of an arc up to this point, so I imagine that if they're going to do something with him, he might be in the next Doctor Strange movie they do. For what it's worth, I think that Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is one of the best MCU movies. And I think that, you know what? It's probably the best MCU movie. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness was really good. It was obnoxiously good. Alright, I'm going to tell you what, guys. We'll be back in a couple of seconds here, but we're going to take a short ad break because, well, we take one at the top of the hour every hour, and we're going to look at some DC Multiverse stuff very shortly after this. Ray, you look forward to a Crimson Dynamo? Oh, that would be sweet. Oh, I would love to see that, actually. Alright. Taking an ad break, everyone. Be back with you in a couple. Excuse me. Just need a little sip of water there. Alright. Captain America and Winter Soldier was the best. One Honor says. Captain America Winter Soldier, that was a pretty decent movie. I'd rate that up there with one of the better MCU movies. So that one and Multiverse Madness, they're both pretty good. Baron Mordo from the comics? Okay. Well, you know, you're talking about the movies, so I guess I was confused. He foreshadowed to be a villain in the first movie, then they did nothing with him. But, well, they kind of did something with him in the second movie, though. So, it's not like they didn't do anything with him, he just... I guess he just took a different plot. You have YouTube Premium, so you just get to stare at my beautiful face, Eddie? Oh, I appreciate that. I mean, that's fine by me. I mean, I still get a little bit of the YouTube Premium money. They give me a cut of that. I mean, not a lot, but I get a little bit of it. Because not a lot of people get YouTube Premium. I just like to recharge myself with a little bit of water every now and then. Ooh. Okay, Matthew says, you'd love to see the Mad Thinker, Red Ghost, Wizard, and Egghead in action figure form. Already got Doom and Leader. Okay, yeah, that would be awesome, actually, to see all those guys. The Mad Thinker, oh, that would be cool. Oh, man. Red Ghost, Wizard. Oh, man, we haven't seen a Wizard in a long time. God, I think the last time... When did we see a Wizard last? I think the last time we saw him was in that Fantastic Four line that was done by Toy Biz way back when. Egghead. Well, now that you mentioned Egghead, we did get an Egghead recently, but it was from the retro Batman line. Wink, wink. And, well, speaking of DC stuff here, we should probably go ahead and jump right into it, guys. Alright, take a look at these hot new reveals from DC Multiverse, guys. We got ourselves Catwoman. I'm actually not too familiar with the character on the left. It almost looks like Catman to me, but I'm not sure that it is. We got Batman in his early 2000s look, it looks like. This one appears to be based off of the year 2 Batman. And then we got Superboy. We got Mr. Freeze, finally. Yeah, 90s Catwoman, Stephanie. That's awesome. Yeah, Eddie, if you watch a lot of YouTube, then YouTube Premium is just a no-brainer. You might as well, right? Oh, a deluxe pack of Red Ghost and the Super Apes. That'd be tight. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. But guys, we are finally getting Mr. Freeze. I wasn't sure what they were going to do with him, but it looks like, yes, we're getting him. Eddie, how you doing, bro? It's nice to see you. How's life treating you? I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the stream, but I showed off the HasLab penguin. I decided to play a little joke on everyone and create a hack Photoshop job with the penguin. You want quite a few of these, Rewind? Rewind, what'd you think of all the stuff that I just showed you on Marvel Legends and Marvel Select? Granted, the only Marvel Legends stuff that we really saw there was the HasLab project, but what'd you think of Marvel Select at the very least? Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys right now, I want Catwoman. Very least I want Catwoman. I want Joker over there on the right, and I want Mr. Freeze. You just got your Captain Cold today. Hey, Eddie, congratulations, man. How do you like him? Is he a good action figure? That's the thing I love about McFarlane Toys stuff, is that it's always, like, almost immediately available as soon as he reveals it. He never reveals anything until it's almost ready for release. Oh yeah, I saw it, Figure Motion. We're going to talk about today. I got the image pulled up on one of my slides. So, these are all some pretty sweet action figures, to say the least. I'm really excited. I don't know how I feel about Batman, but Mr. Freeze, Joker, and Catwoman, I'm definitely excited about. Kind of excited for Superboy over there, Superboy from the 90s, and the Eradicator, I'm having mixed feelings about. Alright, so it looks like Rewind kind of wants the same ones I do. I mean, do you even blame us? That Mr. Freeze looks tight, guys. He looks so good. And the Joker looks awesome, too. God. Alright, so Rewind doesn't want any of the Marvel Select stuff, it looks like. Come on, you gotta want Apocalypse just a little bit. Just a little bit. Everyone wants that Apocalypse, man. I don't know how anyone can look at that Apocalypse and say, nah, pass. Come on, that Apocalypse is so good. There. Let's take a look at some more stuff, guys. Wait. I'm moving past my tabs. That's no bueno. God. I've got so many tabs open that it's becoming detrimental to me. Okay, there it is. Alright, here's another DC Multiverse thing where we're going to see a collect and connect wave of the Dark Knight trilogy by Christopher Nolan. And this one is going to feature Bane as the Build-A-Figure, guys. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this yet, but what we're getting from this, obviously, is Scarecrow in his costume from the end of the movie Batman Begins. We're getting Bale Batman himself. We're also getting Heath Ledger's Joker, Aaron Eckhart's Two-Face, and, of course, the Build-A-Figure, Tom Hardy's Bane. Woo! I did not see this coming. Not in the least. I'm surprised. And, yeah, I kind of want all these. That's right, Rewind. That's right. You know that Apocalypse is good. Yeah, I saw that video, Matthew, but I don't pay attention to those kinds of videos. Like, anytime I see leaks, I just go, nah. I don't talk about it. I don't pay attention to it. Because I'm the kind of guy who just believes it when he sees it. I guess I could make videos on them, but I don't want to bother with it. And who knows, maybe we'll see most of the stuff that he featured in them. Yeah, but maybe we'll see them. Maybe Egghead will be part of the wave with the orb. Maybe you're right. And hopefully, I kind of liked Molecule Man. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get him or anything, but I did like him. Scarecrow, these all look pretty good, to be honest. You only want Joker? Oh, man. What's the matter, Rewind? You're not a fan of the Christopher Nolan trilogy? I mean, to me, I just think about the entire trilogy, and it's hard to say no to this, because that trilogy was such an experience. The only McFarlane figure you want is the classic Doom guy. He's over $100 on the secondary market. Well, I guess it depends how bad you want him then, Eddie. So over $100 is pretty steep for an action figure. You like the new Legends Apocalypse more? Yeah, Clayface is pretty cool. I kind of liked the new Apocalypse, Matthew. I think the Select one is a lot better, though. Like, the retro card Apocalypse, I made a whole video about it, so I don't need to get into it. But there were some things that I liked about that one. I liked the head sculpt and the body were both pretty good. And then that accessory he came with was pretty tight too. The little arm gun that they pulled from the animated series. I think the funniest thing to me was when people were trying to... There was a handful of people who were in the comment section trying to tell me, this isn't based on the animated series. This isn't an animated series action figure. And I'm just looking at it going, dude, they used the same colors. They used the same kind of design for his torso and his head. They even included a gun that was pulled directly from the cartoon. So, yeah, it's based on the cartoon, guys. You're more of a fan of Christopher Nolan's earlier films. You didn't care for his Batman movies? What? You didn't like The Dark Knight? What? What? Yeah. Yeah, the Molecule Man action figure did seem kind of stone-faced. It probably is what it is, but... Hey, maybe we'll see some improvements when it finally comes to release. Because... Usually Marvel Legends just are what they are. What you see is what you get as soon as they reveal it, most of the time. But sometimes they change some things. Very, very rarely, it seems like. The most recent example I can really think of is maybe Dormammu, where they had one design they revealed, but then they changed it just before they released it to the one that we saw. And I don't know if it was for the better, but, well, they did it. I really didn't like that Dormammu action figure. God. I remember talking about that one in one of my ranking videos, and oh boy. It wasn't very good. It was kind of just falling apart in my hands, man, as I was playing with it. Yeah, I can tell you're a harsh critic, Rewind. You're making me look like a ray of sunshine when I talk about stuff. People say to me, bro, you're so negative. Dude, wait till you see your videos. They're gonna have conniptions. Well, I guess I don't normally do movie figures either, but I do them for DC Multiverse because I like what they do. Like, it depends on the movie. For MCU stuff, I'm kind of, on the fence. And for the Batman, I didn't really want the movie figures from that. But for this one, I'm kind of into it, so I think I'm probably going to pick them up. And also, if they did anything with the 89 Batman movie, I'd probably pick that up too, because I really like that movie. Oh, you just finished making your amazing fantasy Spider-Man at Better Butterfly joints? That's cool, dude. What'd you do with it? Did you sand him down or something? I'm just surprised to see the Nolan trilogy represented in DC Multiverse by McFarlane. I never thought they would do this, but hey, here they are, and once we see the final product, it's probably going to be pretty awesome. And here's a couple of mega figures that we're getting from DC Multiverse, guys. We're seeing Mongul and Frankenstein, curiously enough. But yeah, these are two new mega figures coming out, and... Mongol, I'm pretty excited about. Frankenstein, he's cool. He's cool. Is he a character that I absolutely have to have? I don't know about that. You took the arm off and cut the peg shorter? Oh, that's cool, man. Congratulations. I'm glad it worked out for you. I like Mongol. Frankenstein is cool, too. It's just... You just followed the tutorial? Well, still. If you did it and it turned out successful, then it warrants congratulations. Because that's still a risky move to take on your toys. What is my favorite Build-A-Figure from Hasbro? You don't like either of these. Man, Rewind doesn't like anything. Rewind, didn't you say that you're working on a toy channel? Yeah, Mel, I know. We just haven't gotten to it yet. Stephanie thinks that these two Mega figures are mid. Yeah, I guess they can't all be bangers. Like, Mongul is one of those characters that you need to see eventually, because there are more characters in the DC universe than just Batman characters. And it's wild, because every time I make a DC Multiverse video, there's inevitably someone who comes in and complains that there aren't more DC characters represented in the line, but then I put up a poll asking who people want to see next, and then everyone inevitably answers a Batman character. So, Mongul at the very least we gotta see, and Frankenstein is another. These are two characters from the general DC Multiverse that are not explicitly Batman related. By the way, Bane, I haven't gotten Bane yet, and Bane seems like he's really unavailable right now. I'm kind of hoping that we're going to see some more Banes so I can get one. Man, I hope that Bane isn't completely sold out. Yeah, I like Mongul too. Mongul feels like one that I would definitely want to check out. Yeah, I didn't like The Dark Knight Rises either. The Dark Knight Rises was a pretty mid movie, to be honest. Alright, Rewind. Well, I can't wait to see what happens when you finally unleash your toy channel on us. Lord help us all. Collect a Disconnect says he's still waiting on his Bane pre-order from GameStop. Okay, so I guess for some people they haven't gotten their Banes yet. And God, I meant to buy a Bane, but I never got around to it. Now I'm all afraid that I'm not going to get him. Frankenstein, who is he? I'm not too familiar with the character, but he is a DC character. Like, DC has their own version of Frankenstein. I didn't do too much reading on him, and he's just not a character I know all that well. But hey, it's nice to see more of the DC Multiverse represented than just Batman characters. It seems like Todd is really spreading his wings on these a lot. Yeah, no problem, Rewind. I hope it works out for you. Yeah, exactly, figure. Kind of like Hercules and Marvel. Kind of like, you know, public domain characters. Even DC has their own version of Thor. He's really not as prominent as the Thor from Marvel, but hey, they have him. And, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Rewind. I am working on a members-only series about YouTubing pretty soon, so if anyone wants to see that and they're interested in starting their own toy channel, that will be available pretty soon. I recorded the first video recently, I just haven't edited it yet, so hopefully I can get it out pretty soon for all the members to watch. One of those things I really need to jump on. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, thanks, Eddie. I like to see some penguins in the chat. I love it when members post some penguins. Yeah, Matt, the new Bane, I think that... I think he might have been a little too tall, too, because Bane is only supposed to be about 7'3" or something when he's got venom in him and everything. And, well, he looks like he's a lot taller than 7'3". Like, the new Solomon Grundy Build-A-Figure, I don't even know that he's undersized. I think that Bane might just be too large. I don't know that he should have been a mega figure. So there is the problem. What is my favorite Build-A-Figure from Hasbro? I don't have one. I really don't. I don't even have that many Build-A-Figures from Hasbro, so I wouldn't be able to judge one way or the other, to be honest. The only one I have Zemnu, Strong Guy, Stiltman. Oh, Mr. Hyde, I have him too. Colossus, I have him. Sugarman, got him. Of all those... Oh yeah, I have a Nihilus as well. Of all those, I would probably say... probably Colossus. For real? Collect the Disconnect? Your all-time favorite BAF is Gilgamesh? For real? Like from the Eternals wave? Oh yeah, I have Venom Pool too. That one's pretty nice. Yeah, I kind of like Venom Pool too. I forgot about Venom Pool, but I have him. I completely forgot that I reviewed that one too. Oh man. You know, when you handle enough of this stuff, you forget everything. I'm gonna go with maybe Venom Pool or Colossus, one of the two. Oh. Okay, you weren't being serious. Okay, my bad. Collecting Disconnect does not like Gilgamesh. Oh, you have Ursa. Okay, I don't have Armadillo, Ursa Major, or Bonebreaker. Let's count the ones on the hand that I do have. So I've got Zemnu. I've got Annihilus from Wave 1 back in 2007. I've got, let's see, Venom Pool, Strong Guy, Colossus, Sugarman, Mr. Hyde. I think that might be all of them. Wait. I also have Captain America's Wings from the Falcon or the Disney Plus wave. So I have that. Okay, so I guess that counts as a Build-A-Figure. Sort of. And is there anyone else that I'm forgetting? I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. Oh, Stiltman. Okay, don't forget Stiltman. I was forgetting something. That's pretty sure that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the last complete Build-A-Figure that I've gotten is probably Colossus. I haven't gotten any of the new stuff. Honestly, I don't know. The last Marvel Legends waves over this past year have been kind of Like, it's been an entire year. We haven't really seen that much in the way of Build-A-Figure waves. I did say Sugarman. Rewind, I did say Sugarman. You like to see a new Two-Face, Matthew? Professor Pig, Calendar Man? Yeah, those would be pretty cool too. But it's also, like I say, man, people will complain about not wanting or not getting other characters in the DC Multiverse line, but then people will say that they want to see Batman characters. And I want to see Batman characters too, but there's a reason McFarlane focuses on Batman, because he knows that's what people want. More Batman. Professor Pig, what a fun character that is, man. Alright, so check out some of these retro Batman stuff that we're getting from DC, well, we're getting from McFarlane Toys, guys. Sugarman is an Age of Apocalypse character, Rewind. He has 6 arms, and his body is mostly a head. And the ones we're getting here look like the Riddler, an unmasked version, a black and white version, along with Robin, also black and white, and we're getting Alfred as Batman, which doesn't really look like how he did on the series. It's just an Alfred head on a Batman body. Because when you look at Alfred in the Batman suit on the show, he looks a lot skinnier, a lot taller, and this doesn't really fit the bill for me. And then we're getting Egghead, Vincent Price's character from the show. If you could make an Age of Apocalypse Wave 3, who would you want to see? Well, you know, you could do all kinds of characters, but Storm, Gambit, Mystique, yeah, those are all good ones. Mr. Sinister, Havoc, Bishop. Yeah, pretty much all those I would stick in there. I would just do that one, because it makes the most sense. Or you know what? You could just re-release Nemesis as a standard release because they already have a Nemesis they made a while ago. They could probably get away with just re-releasing it. Maybe. I don't remember how good it was, but they did make a Build-A-Figure way back of him. And hopefully if it's still good, they could still use it. Alternatively, there's all kinds of big characters in Age of Apocalypse, so one of the other ones that I'm not thinking... there's one character I'm thinking of right now who has, like, hooks on his forearms or blades on his forearms, and I can't remember what his name is right now, but he might be... that would be a pretty cool choice, too, for a Build-A-Figure. You were picturing an ice cream man named Sugar Man? No, you were way off. You're right. Yeah, just Google Sugar Man Rewind and you'll get an idea who he is. He's a character. He's a weird one. And the Build-A-Figure form was not my favorite one, but it was kind of fun to play with. The main attraction was just playing around with his arms a whole bunch. Alright, so the only one I really want out of these guys is Egghead. I mean, I kind of love the old Batman TV show, and Vincent Price's Egghead is a real treat. Egghead would be a pickup as long as it looks like Vincent. Well, the head sculpts on these retro Batman action figures are pretty good, Kelly. Because I have the Riddler and I have the Joker, and they look exactly like Frank Gorshin and the Cesar Romero, and the Penguin looks like Burgess Meredith. And the head sculpts you're seeing on these retro Batman action figures are some of the best head sculpts I think I've seen on a lot of different action figures, on any action figures. They really go out of their way to make them look like the character. Like, you look like you're looking at Adam West. You look like you're looking at Cesar Romero and stuff. And the thing of it is that they have to clear the rights for the image to the actor with their estate before they make these things. Like, there's a reason they haven't made Batgirl yet. But apparently they've gotten the rights to do Vincent Price. And some of the other ones that we're going to see real soon are King Tut, as well as Two-Face. King Tut looks awesome, guys. Oh, dude, he's even got a cloth cape. This rules. I really want King Tut, and I really want Two-Face. I could go either way on Radioactive Batman. I don't think I need him that badly, but I'll give it, you know, with these, I'll give him a maybe. Also, it's nice to see that Two-Face comes with a coin accessory. The one thing I really wished for these retro Batman toys is that they would ease up on all the special effects accessories and start including, I don't know, just some key accessory that goes with the character in place of one of the effects. Eddie wants all three. Nice, man. Yeah, they do look pretty good. I mean, these are nice action figures for what they're worth. I just wish that they came with accessories. Like, the Penguin? Come on, man, where's his umbrella? The weirdness. Is this that Two-Face? Hey, Will, how's it going, man? Nice to see you, dude. This is one of the Two-Face action figures that we got, but yeah, this is a retro 60s Two-Face. And this is based on the one that we saw in the cartoon, I believe, that was voiced by William Shatner. We need a new Purple Man for Marvel Legends. Maybe a Villain's Wave, too. Dude, if they do Purple Man, they'll probably make him a Walgreens exclusive or something. Because he's such a basic-looking character. Yeah, they'll probably get as much mileage out of Red Skull's body as they can for various characters like Mad Thinker and stuff. I imagine that Mad Thinker's just going to be 100% reuse on that one. Although Mad Thinker has a completely different body type than Red Skull, you know? So it probably wouldn't look very good if they did that, but I imagine they probably will anyway. Do we have anything else? Oh, that's right. We've got the Superpowers collection, guys. We're seeing a few new action figures from that line, too. They're going in heavy on this one. And we've been seeing a lot of different new characters recently. We just saw the Batman Who Laughs, the Flash, and Jon Stewart revealed in addition to the initial three that included Batman, Darkseid, and Superman. Now we're getting Deathstroke, Wonder Woman, and Nightwing. These things are Walmart exclusives, and I don't know how well they've been selling, but they must be doing relatively well that we're getting more and more of these. And mind you, these are $10 a piece, so these are pretty cheap action figures in the grand scheme of things. And I like what I see here from them. These feel a lot like the old Kenner toys. I do have some criticisms here and there for the capes at this point, but hopefully they can improve things very soon. This Wonder Woman kind of looks a little bit more like her classic incarnation, doesn't it? Yeah, a little bit. I was expecting more of a rebirth type Wonder Woman, but hey, if we're getting a more classic style one, that makes good sense to me. I like that. You know, figure, you got me, but I imagine we're going to get a Joker pretty soon. I mean, it's the Joker, dude. You know they're going to do a Joker sooner rather than later. God, Deathstroke. Deathstroke looks awesome, guys. I can't help myself. Anytime I see a Deathstroke, I just gotta jump on him. By the way, I still gotta get that DC Multiverse Deathstroke. A lot of people are sleeping on that one, I think. Yeah, it does look pretty good, man. Does anyone else collect superpowers out there? I'm just wondering right now. Does anyone, like, in deep on superpowers like I am at this point? I'm only really missing, of all the ones that have been released recently, I'm only missing Darkseid and John Stewart. And I saw John Stewart pretty recently. For some reason, I didn't get him. I mean, I don't know why, but out there in the wild, I saw him at a Walmart and I just passed by him. What was I thinking? I should have just gotten him. So far, I'm really enjoying the line. I haven't done any reviews of them yet, but maybe my opinion will change. I'm hoping that once I finally do play around with these, that I'm not going to be disappointed. Oh boy, I'm really hoping that's not going to be the case. You're collecting them, Chris? It's awesome, man. Which ones do you have, Chris? Out of curiosity. Ooh. Sorry, I'm getting a little stiff here, guys. I mean, there's only so many you can have at this point. I think right now, there's only been maybe 4 that have been actually released. Some people have been seeing Batman Who Laughs and Flash out there in the wild. Okay, so Stephanie, you haven't seen any of them yet, huh? Stephanie, have you tried ordering them online? Because usually I'll find a bunch of them online. Rewind might jump on a Joker action figure. Yeah, same. I mean, as soon as they have a Joker action figure, oh, I'm all over that. No hesitation. I can't help myself on Joker. You have all the first wave and John Stewart, but not all the vehicles. Okay. Darkseid looks awesome. Like, Darkseid is based on his new 52 appearance. And that's something I liked about this line, is that they're not... That's something I like about McFarlane handling the DC license in general, is that he's not catering exclusive to nostalgia. That's something that I kind of hate about various other lines, is that they're too nostalgia heavy. And when they get too nostalgia heavy, then it keeps the line from really moving forward, because... we want to see the new designs. At least I want to see the new designs. I want to see what DC is doing now, in addition to what they did previously. So it's nice to see a classic Superman. It's great to see a new 52 Darkseid, as well as a Hush Batman, and more modern and different characters too. It's just a... how do I put this? It's nice to have things across the broad spectrum and not just going on a nostalgia wave. I think that's probably one of my biggest criticisms of Marvel Legends sometimes, is that, sometimes it feels like they're too steeped in nostalgia. We do see a lot of new designs occasionally from them, but I don't know, recently it seems more and more they're focusing on their retro stuff and leaning into that nostalgia. A lot of IPs have that problem. Yeah, I've noticed that. Like... I think nostalgia is not really bad, but when it's only nostalgia, that's when I think it's bad for business. And it's not just bad for business, it's kind of just bad for the IP in general, because it keeps it from moving forward with new ideas and fresh takes. We got some more superpower stuff, guys. Check this out. Check this out. We're getting a couple of vehicles. We don't have any mock-ups right now, but we do have the digital renders in their roughest forms. We have the Batmobile coming for $30, and it looks like we're getting Wonder Woman's invisible jet for $20. A $30 Batmobile, guys. A $30 Batmobile. Oh my god, another $30 Batmobile. You know, the retro 60s Batman Batmobile was $30. Apparently this one's going to be too. And oh, this looks awesome. I was wondering when they were going to do a Batmobile, and they have not wasted much time at all. They're getting right on that. I can't believe they're doing the invisible jet too. I don't know what that's going to look like. Is it going to be made out of clear plastic or something? Because if that's the case, I don't even know, man. Oh boy. Transparent plastic. Oh, I'm gonna have to be real careful with that if it's made of transparent plastic. I don't know why I keep saying it like it's not gonna be. It's an invisible jet. Yeah, it's gonna be clear plastic, dude. So we're all gonna have to be really careful with our invisible jets once we get them, because everyone knows how it is with that transparent plastic. It gets pretty fragile over time, bro. Woof. Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink of water, guys. Alright, moving on down the line. We got a lot of DC stuff. Let's talk about the page punchers real quick. We got Aquaman page punchers coming up, and this one is an absolute banger of a wave, dudes. This one, I think this one is awesome. Like, I think that this is probably the best wave of page punchers yet. They might just make it white. Well, it probably would be better in the long run for the fragility of it, but I don't know. If it's just white, is it really invisible anymore? I don't know about that. Maybe they will, though, man. In this page punchers wave, we're getting Aquaman, Black Manta, Ocean Master, and Aqualad. Yeah. This is a killer wave. I had mixed feelings about the Flash wave. You guys all know that if you watched the video that I made about it. But this wave, I got no hesitation here. This one's awesome. The hardest part for me is just deciding what to get and what not to get. And well, the hardest part of page punchers in 7 inches too is also the comic book that's included with them. If you buy one, you pretty much get the only comic book that's available with these. That is the weakest point of this line, and I'm kind of I hope that maybe they've remedied that with this particular wave, but I don't think they're going to. It's probably going to be just the same comic book with each one. And I really wish that it would be like a 4-part miniseries that they're doing with these. 4 or 5 parts, depending on how many action figures they have in a wave. Like, you know, it's flexible, right? However long the series is, you just make that many action figures. It seems like a no-brainer there. Kelly, one of your first toys was the die-cast Batmobile with the pop-out wire cutter. Oh, that's awesome. Everyone doesn't care for any of these. Come on, man. Come on. Not even Black Manta? Come on, Black Manta looks awesome. Ocean Master's killing over here. That other Ocean Master that we saw recently, forget about it. That Ocean Master, put him in the trash. This one's great. And plus Aqualad and Aquaman. Aquaman, this one looks really cool too. Like, there was an Aquaman released recently. I thought he was fine. He had the side-eye issue that was affecting a lot of DC Multiverse action figures when he came out. He didn't look that bad, though, all things considered. Some of the action figures, the side-eyes looked alright on. A lot of them, less so. But I don't think we're going to be seeing any of that on these. Nah, they've mostly gotten rid of that. And if they have kept doing it, then I haven't been paying attention, but... God, I kind of want this entire wave now. Especially not... Oh, come on, man. Ah. You don't like any of these? Ugh, Rewind, you're killing me here, bro. Oh, boy. What am I gonna do, man? Yeah, page punchers are great. I have a couple of the 3-inch ones. I haven't gotten any of the 7-inch ones yet, but I really need to get Constantine pretty soon. That was my favorite one of the bunch that was revealed with the first wave of 7-inchers. I don't really want Superman or Batman from that wave, though. I think I only want maybe Black Adam and Constantine. Other than that, I think I might be good on that first wave. And the Flash wave, I don't know. Okay, you have it, Stephanie? Okay, Stephanie has the Black Adam page puncher, the 7-inch one. Your thumb is pointing down. God. Rewind, what do we have to do to impress you? Rewind, just wondering. Yeah, Rewind is going on a rampage. It's just like a hate fest over here for everything that we're seeing. It's just going pass on everything. Pass! Oh. Alright. Speaking of page punchers, we're seeing a few more here. Guys, we're going to see the 3-inch ones. In the 3-inch line, we're seeing Batman Beyond, Rebirth Batman, Aquaman, who apparently comes with a trident, so that's awesome, and Lex Luthor. And no great surprise here. These look like they're scaled down from their DC Multiverse counterparts, the 7-inchers. Batman Beyond, Rebirth Batman, and Lex Luthor all look like their DC Multiverse counterparts. So, yeah, people were saying that they're just downscaling those 7-inch action figures, and evidently they're pretty correct on that. And this Aquaman looks like he's a little different, though. He looks like he's... Well, it looks like he's got a new head. And it looks like the body might be based on the Aquaman DC Multiverse release, too. So I guess... mixed feelings about the 3-inchers right now, because some of them I really like, and others that I see scaled down from the DC Multiverse action figures, I say to myself, I don't know if I need these. Although the fact that they come with a comic book is kind of a... Yeah, the 3-inch page punchers, like, some are really nice. Like, I really like the Hush Batman one, and I have the Black Adam one. The first wave of them was pretty good, I thought. Then we saw the second wave, and I'm looking at some of them going, alright, some of these are kind of neat, others are a little eh. And looking at this wave, I'm just looking at it thinking, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like, if they're just scaling the action figures down, it's... I don't know, it's a little bit of a harder sell for $10. They're 3 inches. They are not 3 3/4, they are 3 inches high. They're very tiny. Oh, these Rewind likes. Of course he does. You contrarian. Alright, Eddie says he has he has the Flash, and it's weak. What don't you like about it, by the way? I don't have the Flash, I only have Black Adam and Batman from Wave 1. Who collects 3-inch figures? Well, apparently people who enjoy the Page Punchers series. Evidently. I mean, there's nothing particularly wrong with a 3-inch action figure line. They're just tiny. I'm kind of surprised they went with 3 inches, honestly. I would have thought that they maybe would have gone with 3 3/4, but they didn't. I was kind of taken by surprise when I actually got the Batman one and saw how tiny he actually is. And for what it's worth, they did get quite a bit of detail on him. But apparently it's because they're just downscaling the sculpts from DC Multiverse for these page punchers. Oh boy. I'm kind of at a point right now where I'm thinking to myself, I don't know. I kind of want to read the comic books, but then again, it's like $10 a crack for these action figures. Like, I don't know what to make of all these. And Batman Beyond. This is how you do a double dip without being blatant. I guess it's not that bad because, yeah, I think Eddie has probably the best analysis of this right now. It's the Page Punchers 3 inches is for people who want to dip their toe into collecting action figures and maybe also buy some comics at the same time. Like, you think about it, you just want to get it, you just want to get into collecting little things, and maybe you don't have a lot of space or something, and having all these action figures is a good deal for you. Because you can just fit the entire collection on a little shelf, no problem, right? It's good for people who want to get their feet wet, who want to read some comics and just kind of experience toys a little bit. And I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of nice for kids too, because, you know, they're not too complicated toys. You get a comic book with them. Yeah, I could see a kid kind of getting into these. This is how you do a double dip without being blatant. Yeah. I'm thinking to myself that, is it really that bad they're using the DC Multiverse sculpts and downsizing them? Maybe not. Because, well, if you got a sculpt that already works, I guess you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Because, to be fair, the Lex Luthor Power Suit one is pretty good. And the Rebirth Batman was pretty good, too. Batman Beyond was okay. It wasn't outrageously good, it was just okay. And then Aquaman, yeah, I thought Aquaman was kind of neat, too. But for $10, I guess I would rather get the superpower stuff too, just like Stephanie says. And for what it's worth, like Kelly says, I mean, they do offer more detail than what you see on the 3 3/4 Marvel stuff right now. Because you look at that line, I mean, they're just... that line's terrible. I mean, and this is just downscaling the DC Multiverse stuff, but ultimately, when you buy this 3-inch action figure, you are getting a better sculpt. So I guess it's not that bad. But, you know, like Eddie says, it's probably better for people who kind of want to just get their feet wet. Yeah, Rewind, that's kind of how I'm feeling too. Like, this feels like a stocking stuffer. And it's kind of fun. You get a comic book, you get a toy. I mean, that sounds like an awesome deal for a kid. Sounds like an awesome deal for an adult like me. Yeah, I mean, the most direct competition for these is... well, here's the thing. Like, the most direct competition for the Kenner 3 3/4 Marvel line right now is both Superpowers and Page Punchers, because they are both at the $10 price point and they are at somewhat comparable sizes. So, you know, you look at what you're getting with those. You're getting a lot of new sculpts. You're getting, you know, sometimes very frequently better paint apps. You ready? Okay, come on, Blaze. Let's talk about some stuff, bro. Here, I'm going to turn down my music because Blaze is coming on with us for the roundtable segment, my friends. We're going to take an ad break in about 10 minutes, everyone. Blaze, it's good to have you here, dude. I'm glad you're here with us today. Blaze joins us whenever he can. and it's always a good time when he's here because, well, Blaze, I like to think of as my better half on this channel, who helps me keep my head on straight.
Oh, about that, but I'll certainly try.
Blaze, how do you feel about these page punchers that we were just talking about?
The 3 3/4 or the 7-inch?
Well, we're talking about the 3-inch ones right now, but both of them actually.
I'm not really a fan of the 3-inch figures. It is a good way for someone to get into comics.
Yeah.
However, I feel you get your money's worth with getting one of the 7-inch figures and a comic book.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad that they've started, branching out, even though that some of them are exclusive books to the toy line itself. However, it's still, getting you familiar with the character, getting you into the story.
Yeah. I kind of like the 3-inch ones, to be honest, even though they are downscaling the DC Multiverse stuff. It helps me learn. I enjoy that they each have their own individual comic. That seems like such a good move for me compared to like the 7-inch ones that all include the same issue apparently. Like, do you have any of the page punchers yet, Blaze, on the 7-inchers?
No, I'm still looking for the Constantine wave. I found Batman and Superman, but I have not found John Constantine yet. So,
all right, I gotta get John Constantine. I'm probably gonna get John Constantine and Black Adam. I don't know that I need Superman and Batman.
I don't really need Black Adam. I found Black Adam with the throne from the movie.
Woo, boy, that one's good.
Yeah, that is a really good figure, and I think it kind of trumps any of the comic book versions, in my opinion. So I think I'm going to hold out and get a movie Shazam to go along with him.
So, are you going to pair it with... Well, have you been able to find anything regarding the recent DC Multiverse Shazam? Or have you not had any luck with that one?
The DC Multiverse Shazam has not hit my area yet.
All right. He came up on the website the other day, and I could have gotten him, but I didn't for whatever reason. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't get him.
If I see him in stores, it's kind of a maybe, but man, I'm really holding out for a movie version. I really like the Mattel version that I have, but obviously, Todd's going to do it better, so.
Yeah. Well, I imagine with the new movie coming out, they're probably going to make one. I mean, he's not going to just skip over a movie, right? He's going to at least make the main character.
Yeah, of course. And I'm sure that the villain of the upcoming...
Who is the villain of the new movie anyway? Do you know?
I'm not sure, because I know in the trailer that the Justice League has been discussed. So I'm assuming that it is a little more than just them. Just Captain Marvel and his... Oh, excuse me. Shazam and his family. So
yeah, I'm looking at the cast list right now, and I'm not really seeing any villain listed here. That's so strange.
I think it's going to be an intergalactic villain. So,
yeah, you might be right. I don't know what they're gonna do quite yet. This is weird. Oh man, I was hoping that we were gonna find out who the villain was in this movie right now, but it's still a mystery to me.
I would prefer to leave it as a mystery. I would like to go into the theater with as little knowledge as possible about the movie, because I think that's the best way to enjoy it.
Yeah, you're probably right on that one. God. I think I'm more excited for Black Adam than I am for Shazam at the moment. And Shazam, or well, not Shazam, but Black Adam. We've been seeing a lot of different trailers recently. Are you excited for Black Adam?
Oh, of course, I'm excited for Black Adam. I think it's going to be an amazing movie.
You know what I think? I think it's single-handedly going to, quote unquote, save the DC expanded universe.
And the potential for Superman, Shazam versus Black Adam, it's there.
Yeah.
So
I think that Black Adam is gonna be the movie that makes DC's cinematic universe explode.
oh yeah, definitely. I think this is just the tipping off point. I think that we only go up from here. You know, once they figure out the Batman situation, which I hope that, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I hope that we can get Ben Affleck back in the suit. We can get Henry Cavill back in the suit. And of course, Jason Momoa, I think, would come back as Aquaman.
Oh, yeah, he'd be fine with it, I think.
I'm not sure where Gal Gadot stands with Wonder Woman, but it would be cool to see her come back.
Yeah,
so,
I enjoy her Wonder Woman. I didn't like the last movie, but I enjoy her in the role.
There's only one Wonder Woman movie. I think 84 is somebody's fever pitch dream that was brought to reality.
Oh, we're playing that game now, are we? Oh man, I don't even. Oh, God, I was so excited to watch that movie on like Christmas Day when it came out. What, 2020? And I watched it, and my mouth was agape, and I said to myself, "This never happened."
I can remember going and getting something to eat that morning, and coming back and watching that movie on HBO Max, and to say that was the worst Christmas present that I have ever gotten. It's pretty close.
I think the only good thing about that movie was Pedro Pascal.
I don't even think he could have saved that movie, and that's hard when you start saying that about him because he's such an amazing actor.
Well, you know, he's only one man. He can only do so much. Like, it's kind of like when you're giving an awesome performance, but then you're just watching everything crumble around you, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the kind of situation he was in.
The secondary villain of the movie, I don't even want to go down that road.
Oh God,
talk about her.
Oh God, that was awful. Let's just try to talk about it. But anyway, yeah, Ben Affleck is Batman. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked him as Batman. He was fine.
Ben Affleck as Batman is my favorite version of Batman, but I understand a lot of people like Christian Bale. There are a few things I don't like about the Christian Bale Batman, but overall, the Nolan series, from beginning to end, it's perfect. I don't think we need to add any more into that, unless we bring Nightwing into the picture at some point, and I think that would be pretty cool, but it would really have to be done right.
I like the Nolan movies, but I don't really think that Christian Bale is like the ideal Batman. I think that, honestly, if Ben Affleck had a better movie surrounding him, then he would pretty much be the perfect Batman. Well, he already was a pretty good Batman, all things considered, that he had to work with, but he had a good movie surrounding him, no one would really be thinking about anyone else anymore. And my other favorite Batman is Michael Keaton. I honestly liked him a lot better in the role than I did Christian Bale, too.
I would have liked to seen how Michael Keaton's Batman would have been in the modern era if we could have seen
Oh
Batgirl.
God, right?
But apparently that movie is so bad that they deleted it. So
I think there's footage somewhere, but maybe
I'm good. It's one of those things that, listen, I'm going to take Warner Brothers' word for it on this. If you can't even release it to a streaming service for free, obviously something went wrong in that movie, and I think it's just best left on the cutting room floor.
it's just too bad to lose everything like that. There were supposed to be like 3 different instances of Michael Keaton returning to Batman. He returned to Batman apparently 3 times recently. Once in Batgirl, like we just said, and then he's also returning to Batman in The Flash, but apparently he also returned as Batman in the Aquaman sequel.
We're going to be able to see him as Batman in the Aquaman sequel.
I thought
The Flash I'm still on the fence about, because if Miller decides,
well, we all know what happened with Ezra Miller.
If he decides to do anything else, I'm not sure that movie's ever going to see the light of day either.
I can't believe that Warner Brothers is just like kind of just hand waving everything and going, yeah, come on in, let's do some reshoots. Like,
well, if I spent all that money on a movie and then lost to Batgirl, I think I would try to at least get something in theaters.
Yeah.
Even though that's an unpopular opinion, and I understand that Ezra Miller needs help and he needs to go to treatment. I understand that. But at the same time, you can't just keep hemorrhaging money on a franchise that is carrying part of your film studio.
God, haven't they spent like $300 million on that movie now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's insane, dude. That's almost as much as like Infinity War.
Right, and that's a problem, because if it never sees the light of day, that's $300 million that's just sitting on the cutting room floor next to what was it, like 80 million for Batgirl or something like that.
Yeah.
So, whew.
I'll tell you what, Soulmates.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
It is. We're going to take a short ad break now, Soulmates. We'll be back with you with some more spicy thoughts real soon. But in the meantime, bear with us while we take a bit of refreshment. Go get yourself a drink. Go use the bathroom if you have to. We're just taking a short ad break, guys. Oh, by the way, Blaze, I found there were some new Spawn reveals that I'm sure you noticed.
Oh, of course I noticed. I've looked them over. I've looked at the 3-inch and the new, I think one is a mega figure, and the other 2 are going to be released in the normal line.
Do you feel the same way about the Spawn page punchers that you do about the DC ones?
No, because it would be a good opportunity for me to get a couple of different covers for some of my favorite books. So I think that would actually be something I'd be interested in.
All right. You know what's awesome about these is that apparently they come with 2 action figures. That is insane to me. Like,
that's going to be pretty cool as a 2-pack, and I hope that the display, the way it's positioned in the box, is going to be something.
Like, are we talking
something for like a wall hanger? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Are we talking about the same price point here on these as the DC Multiverse? Because that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I haven't heard. But if they're at the same price point, that would be insane. Like, I guess Todd could do it because he owns the property.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm really excited for the Spawn movie.
Let's see, Mel says Spawn page punchers are actually refreshing since it's a first for them. Yeah, they haven't really seen these kinds of minifigures before, I don't think. And also, it gives a guy like me a nice opportunity to both collect some toys and get a comic book so I can refresh my memory on Spawn at the same time. So, this seems like a massive W.
Well, if you would open your PO box, I could send you a nice refresher for the Spawn.
I was talking about that earlier, where I was looking at prices for my PO box, and then I had a little bit of sticker shock because the prices have doubled in the last 2 years, dude.
They have doubled. I'm also looking into getting one for myself.
Like,
so I understand.
Yeah, what is going on over there at the post office? Like, I don't know, man. Well, I gotta get one, but I'm gonna do it. But man, that initial sticker shock made me go, whoa! Literally 2 years ago, I had a P.O. box before I closed it. Because, I used to run an art channel on here, and we weren't really receiving any mail or anything, so it just didn't seem like a good... No, it seemed like a waste to have it at that point.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get many things in the P.O. box. You'll get love letters from Rewind. You'll get quite a few things to review from me. So
yes, I have a feeling that my P.O. box is going to be much fuller now that I'm doing what I'm doing now. Stephanie says that if these are two for $10, that's going to be insane. Yes, I'm kind of hoping that's the case, but I have a feeling it might be like a $15 package. We'll see. Even
at 15, you're going to get exclusive covers. You're going to get 2 minifigures, and hopefully the presentation, like I said, is going to be done really well, so these can just be simply put on the wall. As
So, is there a reason that Anti-Spawn is called Anti-Spawn and not the Redeemer? Just wondering, man.
Anti-Spawn and the Redeemer.
Are they two different characters? Because I really thought that this was the Redeemer when I first saw him.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, so Anti-Spawn and the Redeemer are 2 separate characters.
Are they? Okay, I'm just getting them twisted then, because I really thought this was Redeemer when I saw him.
Redeemer has wings.
Oh wait, does he?
And yeah, I'm pretty sure I might have him mixed up with another character.
I remember playing the game in the 90s on the Super Nintendo, and I was fighting a guy called the Redeemer that looked exactly like this dude. And then I also remember action figures calling him the Redeemer, so that confuses me. Oh man. But yeah, if they just decide to like change names or something along the way, then I guess that's just going to take some getting used to for me. Yeah, what do I know? I don't know that much about Spawn compared to you. I am but a muling.
Yeah. The Redeemer. Now it could be a redesign. Or kind of. I guess you would call the new line a reboot in the Spawn series, but the Redeemer has wings now.
Okay.
Anti-Spawn is a different character.
Okay.
So.
All right. I'm gonna. Out of morbid curiosity, I'm gonna Google that later. see if I'm just crazy right now.
Yeah, because I was thinking to myself, I was like, wait, I just purchased a Redeemer. And I was talking about it the other day. I was talking about how the wingspan was on it. So I was like, yeah, the Redeemer has wings. Now, Anti-Spawn, I haven't quite gotten a feel for yet. I haven't familiarized myself with that character.
Yeah. Sure enough, it looks like, it kind of looks like you're right. And it sort of looks like I'm right too. Yeah, I think they just have multiple characters named Redeemer. Yeah,
I have the black variant of the Redeemer. I would like to pick up the blue version of the Redeemer as well at some point, but I haven't done that yet.
The blue one looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. I saw him while I was looking through all those images to see if I could find what I was looking for. So
now these three here are definite for me. These are
all must-haves for you.
Yeah, they're absolute must-haves for me.
Yeah, Sin looks really cool. Monolith, what a beast that one is! My God.
Monolith will go along with your She-Spawn, and I absolutely can't wait. I need to get that comic book that they're together in. So I was thinking about displaying some of the comic covers behind my Spawn figures on the shelf, and that would be really cool.
That would be really, yeah, that would be. I'm familiar with Medieval Spawn because I've read some of the earlier Spawn comics that feature, Medieval Spawn as well as like Angela and stuff like that. I'm not familiar with Monolith though. Who's Monolith?
Monolith, I want to say Monolith is a new character.
Okay.
But I could be wrong about that. But Monolith has been featured in one of the recent She-Spawn issues, if not more than one.
Okay. And She-Spawn, is she a relatively recent character too?
There was a She-Spawn figure in the original line.
Okay.
But Jessica Priest is not a new character.
All right.
But I think that, quote unquote, and I keep saying this, the quote unquote reboot, this version of She-Spawn is much different than the one before.
Okay. And Sin, is he new? Because I don't recognize him.
Sin, I am pretty sure, is one of the villains that is coming up in the book if he hasn't already debuted.
Okay, so he's kind of new-ish.
Yes.
All right, awesome. Just wondering. I'm trying to learn.
I can't wait for the Medieval Spawn though. I had the original release, and I can't wait to get my hands on that one.
God, Medieval Spawn looks sick. That design is wild. 3 different She-Spawns, I'm pretty sure, through the years. Okay, so we got Ryan over here says there's been 3 different She-Spawns.
Yeah, I know of 2. Jessica Priest is the new, quote-unquote, new She-Spawn.
Yeah. Rewind, are you okay over there, dude? What's going on over there in the chat? Oh, is Rewind? Oh, he's emoting. he's flexing. Okay. Rewind, you're a clown. Alright, I think we have to ask now. Rewind, do you like any of these Spawn action figures? Oh god, wait for it, guys. He's probably going to say something like, pass.
Monolith is a mega figure, though, so I'm kind of curious on how big he is actually going to be.
Well, it looks like he's, if we're judging the scale of these, and it looks like the other 2 are definitely going to be 7 inches. I would say he's probably about 11 inches.
That'd be cool if he was just slightly bigger than Overkill.
Who is how big is Overkill supposed to be compared to Spawn? Like, is he supposed to be about 12 inches or so?
Overkill is supposed to be a hulking brute, so Overkill probably, let's say Spawn is 7 inches. Overkill should be like 9, 10, somewhere along in there.
All right.
So Monolith should be just a little taller than Overkill, in my opinion.
I remember watching the Spawn animated series recently, and Overkill looked, compared to Spawn, he looked a little bit more normal sized, I thought. Like, he looked like maybe he was a little bit bigger, but not by much.
Yeah, not by much. I I think a 12-inch overkill would have been overkill.
So it would have been on brand, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I was wondering: is he supposed to be called Overkill or Overt Kill?
Overt kill. There's a T in there.
Yeah, I assume that what I kind of got the vibe is that they were trying to call him Overkill, but then they ran into some kind of copyright issue, and then they had to stick a T in there to, sidestep it.
I don't know. Maybe if we ever get Todd McFarlane on the round table, we can ask him.
Do you think he would ever come on?
I'm gonna write a letter. We're gonna find out.
I'm not gonna lie. I would be a little ecstatic to see him come on here. Like that would blow my mind, and I think that people would get a kick out of it.
Considering that the majority of our conversation revolves around Todd and his products, and that the channel continues to grow, not only my channel, but your channel especially, hey, if we get in touch with the right people, maybe, anything's possible.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Like, he'd probably be willing to come on here because, we're not saying mean things about him all the time or anything like that, right?
No, and, of course, we're not saying mean things about Hasbro and any of their employees either. We're just pointing out that we would like a little bit more sculpted detail.
See, that's the thing that really bothers me about some videos when I watch them. I'm not going to name names or anything. That's not what we do here. But, you'll see people just making it personal. And I don't like that at all. That bothers me a lot. For me, it's not personal. I just come on here and talk about the products. And I want to keep it exclusively to that. I don't want to get into all the weird drama and all that stuff.
Well, we have our own personal opinions, and you and I agree to disagree sometimes, but more often than not, we agree, and but we show our love for the toys. We at no point have ever just quote unquote buried something just for the sheer fact that we are against someone or something that has nothing to do with the toy itself.
Yeah, like a vendetta.
Yeah, a vendetta. I have no vendettas in the toy community. I like all action figures equally, and to me, whether it's Hasbro, Mattel, McFarlane, NECA, it's all, at the end of the day, it's all plastic. It's all 7 to almost 7-inch scale.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, hey, I just enjoy my toys, and I really don't care what everybody else is doing. I'm glad that everyone in the toy community has a voice. I think that is very important, but I think you should use your voice for the right reasons. I think that if you think that there is something wrong within the community that you're a part of, you should speak up about it. However, I think that you should keep your opinion about the product itself and not about the people that are involved with the product.
Yeah, I see a lot of videos to get into the drama and stuff, and I just don't know that it's a can of worms that I want to open. You know what I mean? 'Cause
I have no desire to discuss politics with my toys.
please no. That's too much. I really just want to talk about the products, say my piece, and get out. Oh God!
Listen, if I wanted to talk about politics with toys, I would just go over to Figures Toy Company right now and start ordering the presidential figures and hang them up on my wall. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God! Imagine the kind of worms you would open on that channel.
Although that new George Washington figure does look pretty cool, and I might pick it up.
Yeah, go for it, man.
So there might be a George Washington review coming soon.
Oh, hey, I'm looking forward to it. Is he going to chop down a cherry tree?
Yeah. I would like to get an Abraham Lincoln because I really need a vampire hunter because, you know, there might be a Dracula coming. So, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, what if they reveal a Dracula for the HasLab?
Not necessarily the HasLab. I'm talking more about NECA.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, that would be fun too. Are they doing like a Bela Lugosi one or just a Dracula?
They are doing that normal Universal Monsters Dracula, but Super 7 is doing a Bella version of Dracula.
Okay.
So.
Oh, hey, we're getting some Draculas. That's awesome. Well, I guess you need an Abraham Lincoln then.
Oh yeah, of course. I need an Abraham Lincoln that can hunt my vampires.
I'm surprised there aren't more Abraham Lincolns. He's public domain.
Yeah, he's public domain. George Washington is too, and
yeah.
So you know.
Oh, Blaze! I don't know if you saw in the chat right now, but we got Todd McFarlane in chat apparently. So someone's goofing off. He says he lives in Toyland. What's your favorite football team? Rewind asked. Todd says Toys R Us football team. Todd doesn't live in Canada anymore, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he lives in America.
But Todd's news about, I wouldn't say it's news, but his personal wish that he revealed actually kind of has me excited because I think he's going to try to push for it. And having a 7-inch scale Spider-Man would be... made by Todd McFarlane would be amazing.
Do you think
pun intended?
Do you think he's going so hard right now because he wants to make a play for the Marvel license?
I've always wondered if one company could control both Marvel and DC, and I'm pretty sure that there's more than likely a law against that. So I don't know, but you know, I could be completely wrong. Somebody could buy Marvel and DC and keep it as separate brands and make both sets of figures. I have no idea.
Well,
but
if something happens with WB and you know, somehow Disney winds up buying DC, which it's in the realm of possibility with the way things are going over at Warner Brothers right now, I guess. I imagine that would mean that Todd would lose the DC license and it would go straight to Hasbro then.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, it would be unfortunate because, you know, he's doing great work right now, but if Disney owns the license, then all rights pretty much, well, it doesn't mean they transfer directly over. Okay, they wouldn't I don't think they would translate directly over, but Todd would, they might be in danger of losing the license then. I don't know. I'm trying to think of it in terms of like what happened with WCW and WWF. Like, Toy Biz was making WCW toys from like 99 up until, you know, 2001. And then as soon as Vince bought WCW, that deal got dissolved because effectively WCW became part of WWF.
Yeah.
But
I don't really know how that would work in the modern era, though.
Yeah, it doesn't really work like that with IPs necessarily, though. So if they bought DC, then I guess the McFarlane stuff would still be... Well, they'd have to renegotiate everything, I imagine.
Yeah, I imagine there would be a renegotiation.
Yeah, there it is. Mel just said it. Yeah, the current deal would be terminated. That's right. I figured the current deal would be terminated, and they'd have to negotiate something new. Because it wouldn't automatically transfer over to Hasbro, because that Hasbro would have to negotiate a deal of their own. Unless DC just got absorbed into Marvel and became Marvel, in which case, game over.
Would be a total disaster. An absolute total disaster.
Yeah. If they bought DC and just absorbed everything in the Marvel, then Hasbro would take over it all. Okay. I'm glad I got that sorted out in my head.
I would prefer to keep the comic companies separate.
I would too. I mean, I don't want to see Disney just own both Marvel and DC. That sounds awful.
That really does. And you know what? I'm not going to get started on Phase 4 tonight with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, I will just say this. With the quality of the content that has been put out in Phase 4, I can only imagine how the DC movies would be. And so I'm good.
Yeah, I can't imagine if like DC joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe at the Marvel or the movies they would get would be all that good, because DC's kind of all over the place with their movies, but sometimes they produce some really good movies and sometimes they produce some really bad ones. It's kind of nice to see the variation in style and quality.
Well, there's always going to be good and bad movies.
Yeah.
There's nothing that we can do about that. It depends on, the characters. It depends on the casting. It depends on the writing, the directing. It also comes down to the budget. So, that's life.
All right, pulling up the Batman stuff over here. The Walmart exclusive animated series set that people were talking about, people have been bringing up to me for pretty much the entire stream.
I will be purchasing the set because I would like to get a few of these figures in my collection. Unfortunately, I've never had the opportunity to pick up the original line. I've seen a couple of these style of figures at GameStop,
Yeah.
but I didn't have a lot of the original stuff because I wasn't able to find it. So yeah, this would be a great starting point for me, and now I can go ahead and pick up Catwoman.
This is a very enticing set for me too, because I too don't really have any of these. I never got the original Batman or anything like that. I've just occasionally seen them out in the wild. I remember going to a comic book shop a little while ago that had a Clayface that I thought looked pretty cool, but whenever you look at these, you kind of want a Batman. And
also like a Robin.
Yes.
As well.
You know what I think about Batman here? I would like to see maybe Todd revisit this version of Batman. And I kind of wish that they would have used this Batman for the DC Direct release with all the spotlights and everything, that particular playset. Because they just kind of reused their animated Batman from Series 1 that was a mishmash of all the different animated Batmans.
Yeah, I'm not a real big fan of that figure, but this version of Batman, even though it is in the 6-inch scale, I really like the way this figure looks. I've been looking at the singles release of this Batman, but it just, it's New Adventures. And it's not something like, don't get me wrong, I love the New Adventures, but I really wanted an animated series Batman.
Yeah. You know what? I really hate the redesign they did for the new animated adventures. I can't stand it. I thought the original animated series designs were so much better. And then they did those redesigns and they just look weird to me. It's like Batman skipped leg day or something and started only hitting the bench and doing chins. This has always looked like my ideal version of an animated version of Batman. Because it looks like he's still got legs. It looks like he's very balanced proportionally. And the other characters look that way too. They don't look like they got everything all disproportionate.
Oh, yeah, these characters look great.
This is probably the only way anyone's going to get a Harvey Bullock from that show, by the way. Because I can't see him getting an individual release.
I hope we get one more 4-pack to kind of round out the core characters, and I would be good with just the 2 4-packs.
If you got another 4-pack, who would you want in it?
Commissioner Gordon, Robin, and probably Poison Ivy and Catwoman. If they could do 2 female figures in one.
I mean, that's a pretty good set. I'd probably do like Robin and Commissioner Gordon too, and then I would go with the Penguin, obviously.
Oh yeah, well of course the Penguin.
I mean, yeah,
is a definite shoe-in.
And then maybe like Two-Face.
Two-Face would be a good replacement if they couldn't put Poison Ivy and. Well, I mean, we also have Batgirl. Why don't we just do the same concept again? We'll just do a whole Bat family without Damian, because Damian wasn't in the animated series.
Oh yeah, it was like a full decade before he'd ever see the light of day.
Yeah.
It's hard to decide on these characters in a 4-pack because there's so many good characters you can throw in there. Stephanie's saying Alfred, and we got Todd over here saying, sorry, you will not get any of those. I'm busy making SpongeBob figures right now. Thanks, Todd.
Well, the Super 7 SpongeBob figures do look cool, and I definitely want one. So
yeah, what characters are they making in those? Because I wasn't paying attention to any of the Super 7 stuff.
I think it's going to be Patrick, SpongeBob, Squidward, I think is the first set, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, that makes sense. They're the main characters, right? Was there another character? I feel like there was that crab guy or something, wasn't there?
Mr. Krabs? There may be a Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, Mr. Krabs. I don't remember. I mean, like I said, I wasn't paying much attention to it. So, we were talking about the Goblin Queen and everything. I know we're probably burnt out on talking about the HasLab and all that stuff, but what'd you think of the Goblin Queen that got revealed recently as Tier 1 of the Engine of Vengeance HasLab?
I would like to see that figure in the future as a singles release. And that's really all I'm going to say.
I was just wondering. Do you think that this thing is going to pass the finish line?
At the rate it's going now.
Yeah. Wasn't the Rancor around the same level too when it was during its crowdfunding project?
Yes.
Okay, that's not very promising. All right. Well, looks like I might be wrong on this one. I don't think it's going to cross the finish line, guys. Yeah.
Now, I could be wrong, and at the last minute, we could hit 9,000, but are we going to hit 12,000, 13,000, 14,000?
Seems far-fetched. Then again, Galactus was kind of slow too for a long time, and then you had a deluge of people buying it at the very end.
I just don't think that the people are interested, and that's
yeah,
that's unfortunate. At this current time,
I yeah.
I'm not getting in either. So
Yeah. I think I might have been right when I said that I don't think that Ghost Rider is a strong enough character to hinge a HasLab on.
if I could get everything that they have shown off at the 9,000 backers point, they would already have my money.
Yeah. But 12,000 backers, you know, I don't see him getting that many.
Neither do I. And while again, I've said for many weeks consistently that I would be backing it for the car, the Ghost Rider, and all the accessories and tools and things. That is the initial goal. I would like to actually have the Goblin Queen. I would also like to have Mephisto. So uh, it would kind of be, in some ways, a bit of a letdown for me not being able to achieve those goals. And so that's why, you know, I can't put my money on the table because that Goblin Queen is sick and that Mephisto is amazing. So it's one of those things where it's just like, man, you've shown them off and you kind of got my hopes up, and I know we're not going to get there even if we do get to the 9,000.
Yeah.
You
I was saying to people that I think that we need to see a Blackheart if we're going to cross the finish line on this one at all. Like, I just, with the reveals, what they've been, I was really surprised by the Goblin Queen. I did not expect to see her at all. Granted, people were telling me that the jewel represented the Goblin Queen, and I wasn't thinking of her at all because, you know, she's not a Ghost Rider character. And, well, I imagine you do want a Goblin Queen because you have a big X-Men collection.
Exactly. So without me being able to, and see, my money isn't going to get me to the Goblin Queen, you know, and so without me being able to make it to this point, to this benchmark in the campaign, it's disheartening, and it makes me less interested in the project because I want everything to go along with the car.
Yeah.
You know, even though, like I said, I would be backing it for the car, you know, you look at those two figures and you go, those are pretty cool. I'd like to have those. But, you know, in reality, that more than likely, where we're sitting at, and I think we're 3 weeks away from the campaign ending.
Yeah, I got it pulled up. Let me
big stretch. It's a big stretch.
I had it pulled up. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
I think the campaign ends on midnight on Halloween.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether or not we want to do another countdown to midnight or not. If we do, that stream would probably begin around 10 o'clock or so. Because
I'd be willing to come in and do a countdown to midnight on Halloween.
Let's refresh it, guys. Let's see how it's doing now. And it's decreased by 4. Yeah. Yeah, this thing is steadily losing backers. Like, it is, like I said, it isn't hemorrhaging, but it's bleeding.
Yeah. It is what it is. You know, I'm looking forward to the next project.
Yeah.
We'll see. Obviously, I'm not interested in the Masters of the Universe Eternia playset.
Oh boy, I've heard things about that one. Isn't that some like crazy $600 behemoth?
It is very large. I do not have the space for it, and I feel as if though. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel as if though the price point is a little much, but I also understand both sides of the argument. So,
you know, I think I saw it in passing online, and when I saw it, I thought to myself, you know, it's so large, I guess the price makes sense.
It is a very large playset.
So, like, how many?
But it is a ridiculous playset as well.
Yeah, for $600, it ought to be ridiculous. I'm just glad they're doing something like that. I mean, if people want it and they got the space for it, go nuts, guys. It's fine. $600 crazy playset. Where would I even put that? I could never review that. I wouldn't get it just because I don't even know where I would review it. I can't fit it on a table. How do you review it? You just review it on the floor?
We'll have the space for it. And that's not something that I would be interested in anyway. I actually passed on Castle Grayskull because I didn't really have a place to display it. Completely opened up with my figures inside of it. So yeah, no, Eternia is way too big for
Oh
me.
man. Mel, I can't. I'm sorry, man. I get so bothered when people call toys investments. It's like one of my pet peeves. Oh, it's nothing against you. Just investments, please. I want to bang my head against the wall when someone calls a toy an investment.
Well, Mel, if you do back it and you are able to get it in hand and set it up, I would love to see pictures of it. So
Yeah.
make sure that you tag us in the photos wherever you put them, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook, whatever. I'll have a Blaze the Bandit Facebook coming soon. So just stay tuned for that.
I will not have a Facebook. I don't go on Facebook. Facebook is for boomers.
Well,
I'm on Instagram.
I'm getting up there in age, so
I'm on Instagram with all the young people, baby, and TikTok.
I have an Instagram. I shared it last week. I'll share it again this week. If you guys want to go over there and see my figure photography, there is new figure photography coming soon. I just haven't had a chance to hike out to some of the places and take some cool photos with my action figures, but it's coming. So, and they're going to be really cool too.
Well, how many subscribers you got now?
I have 51 subscribers.
Hot. Wow. Man, that's awesome.
I've begun working on my collection video.
Oh, have you? Did you finally get your lighting set up?
Yeah, I finally
Alright.
got that done, and the review station will be set up this week, and I'm going to start doing a couple of reviews on a couple of random things in my collection. And if they don't do well, that's fine. It's just some stuff I'd like to show off, a couple of unique items here.
Excuse me. Yeah, I could probably give you some hot tips how to optimize your data if you want.
Yeah, those could any tips that anyone wants to give me about YouTube, I'm open to listening to because I'm new to this and but at the same time this is just for fun. I'm not really here for everything that goes on with it. But hey, if that happens, cool. If it doesn't, I
Well,
wasn't expecting it.
I won't give it away for free here, but I'll like DM you or record my video and then give the link to you. Anyway, looking forward to seeing that video when you publish it, Blaze. Yeah, thanks for the link there, Stephanie. Yeah, guys, go subscribe to Blaze the Bandit if you got a chance. Go check out his channel. He's got some shorts up there, and pretty soon he's going to have a collection video for your enjoyment.
Now, next week there will be another Bandit Salute. I don't know why the last one isn't doing so well. It may be the content that's in it, but this one's going to be a little bit larger than that one. So just stay tuned.
Okay. I don't know why some videos do like that. Usually when something like that happens, it's because the descriptions or the tags or something are off.
Yeah, I went back and revisited. I can't really see anything that I did any differently. So, yes, I guess everyone
Sometimes
is a little tired.
Sometimes you're just
Little,
unlucky.
yeah, just a little tired of seeing maybe the Ninja Rangers. So
Like, don't tell me they're tired of Power Rangers already.
I'm actually excited for some of the new things that's coming up in the Power Rangers line, especially the announcement that the Alien Rangers are coming. So that's going to be pretty cool.
What are you most excited for from Power Rangers?
The announcement for the Alien Rangers is definitely up there, and there is a new monster that is coming that I'm really excited for. So
do you still
I think it's going to be pretty cool.
You still watch Power Rangers?
Yeah, I still watch Power Rangers.
Where is it on?
Well, depending on what you want to watch. If you want to watch the classic Power Rangers, they have their own YouTube channel,
Oh,
and it's
really?
so yeah. I can give out the link, and there's live Power Ranger stuff that's going on. Like it's just reruns, but it plays all night long, or you can just watch individual episodes.
All right. Yeah, hit us up with that link.
Then the new stuff, I do believe, will be Netflix exclusive.
Okay.
So,
well, if that's the case, I might check it out on Netflix then too. You know, you're so into it, you're making it sound so awesome that I kind of want to see what all the hubbub is about, you know?
We'll start with Mighty Morphin and go from there. And,
see, I've seen Mighty Morphin, but it's also been a really long time.
Yeah, I'm going back through it myself because, of course I was a kid and, maybe I missed a couple of episodes here and there. Doubtful, but
what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the Power Rangers movie from way back when?
Which one?
The one with Ivan Ooze.
I like the Ivan Ooze movie. Now the CGI was a little rough in those days.
Well, it was 1995, right?
Yeah. My favorite Power Rangers movie though is Turbo.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought Ivan Ooze was like the coolest character when I saw that movie. When I was a very young kid.
I was a fan of the 2017 version of Power Rangers, but there were some missteps in that movie.
Yeah.
There were some missteps.
So for the movies, do they like recycle footage from Japanese TV shows for those, and also, or do they actually record original footage by recreating the costumes from those shows?
I believe that the movies Power Rangers, now the original Power Rangers movie was all done here.
Yeah.
Because they had their own custom suits.
Right.
And then Turbo, I believe, was just done the same way. I believe that they just took the suits from the Super Sentai and made the movie out of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they created the monster in the Turbo movie.
Okay, so they would have had to do some original work on that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I was just wondering, after I saw the Toys That Made Us episode of Power Rangers, how they did those movies. And whether or not they were, recycling some stuff too. But considering that Ivan Ooze appeared in that movie, yeah, I guess they would have had to made some original suits.
No, the original Power Rangers movie is 100% done here. Because those movie suits are a one-off suit. They were never used again.
Oh, Stephanie asked if we have any thoughts on the new Indiana Jones figures.
I will be collecting them. I will not be getting everyone, but there are certain few characters that I would like to have, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I like the retro ones better than the, new ones.
No, I really want an articulated Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I get that. Some people were kind of complaining that they were, single-jointed knees and elbows and stuff?
That doesn't bother me.
It doesn't seem like that big of a deal, because with the swivel and the bend that they use, they still get a fair amount of articulation. Plus, we see all kinds of toys now that use that type of articulation, so, it's not that...
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
To me, it's fine.
I I think my thing was that some of the actors, like their likenesses looked a little, I don't know about that one. Like Karen Allen's likeness on her action figure, I didn't think it really looked like her. And Harrison Ford, I was kind of on the fence about his likeness too.
Well, I mean, it is better than the original 3 3/4 line that they came out with years ago.
No, that is true.
So,
Wasn't that in the mid 80s though, or the early
mid
80s?
80s, but then there was also one for the last Indiana Jones movie. Which
Oh, that's right.
Crystal Skull, and they did a deep dive in that line. There was a lot of figures in that line.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that line was a thing until I watched like a retro blasting video a while back where he got into it, and he was talking about the history of all those toys and stuff.
Yeah, retro blasting's really informative when it comes to discussing the history of different properties and different types of 80s toys, and even, I mean, some of those things I didn't even know it existed.
Yeah, that was a really awesome video. I recommend checking it out.
Yeah.
And then I think sometime at some point in that video he kit bashed together his perfect Indiana Jones action figure from all the existing ones. That was cool too.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes with him, because he's a huge Indiana Jones fan, and I'm really hoping that he's going to get what he wants out of this line.
If I were an Indiana Jones fan right now, I would look at what's being offered from both the retro and the new stuff and just chalk it up as a W, because they already get so little to begin with.
You really don't have a lot of Indiana Jones products on the shelf.
I was kind of surprised that they were getting anything.
Well, maybe this opens the door for, I understand it's not the same license, but if this does well, maybe it opens the door later on for another company to pick up the Lara Croft license, and we can get some classic Lara Croft figures, because that would be pretty cool too.
Yeah. That would be awesome. Man, Lara Croft. God, did you see that movie that was released a couple of years ago, or more like 4 years ago? It feels like it hasn't been that long, but it has. With Alicia
it wasn't my favorite movie.
Yeah.
But it was all right.
Yeah, I enjoyed it enough. I saw it with Astrid, and I would have said that it wasn't like the greatest movie ever, but I'd watch a sequel. But apparently her contract is up, and she decided to move on, and we're not getting a sequel, which is
I think that's for the best.
Yeah, I mean, they should probably just try it again with another actress. Because the first one wasn't like good enough to hinge an entire franchise on.
Yeah, I could see that.
Is there any movie right now that you're really, really pumped for? Just wondering.
Well, later tonight I'm going to watch the Hellraiser movie on Hulu, so I'm actually pretty excited about seeing that.
Oh, you ever seen it?
Well, this is a reboot. So
that one. Oh, okay. I thought you were watching the original.
I think it's a reboot. It looks like a reboot. So.
That's the one with the lady as Pinhead, right?
Yes. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. Well, I hope it's awesome. It's on Hulu, you said, right?
Yeah, it's exclusively on Hulu.
Okay.
And then
I think I know what me and Astrid are doing then.
Then a little bit later, on a couple of weeks, of course, Peacock is going to have the final.
Ooh, that's right.
In the Halloween franchise.
Halloween ends.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm excited for that. I kind of liked the last movie. A lot of people didn't, but I was into it. Me and Astrid, we had a good time.
Yeah, it was a good horror movie. Let's put it that way. And it was way better than the sequel to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh god, yes. Oh god. The only Texas Chainsaw Massacre I ever want to hear about is the original, to be honest, because all the others are awful. And the irony is that the guy that made the original one made the sequel, and it was awful too.
Good.
Eddie says that Super Mario movie looks interesting. Super Mario, it actually doesn't look that bad. I think Nintendo might have struck some gold here because it looks like it might be alright, guys.
I'm just waiting for a Super Smash Brothers movie.
Oh, you know they're gonna do it. Come on, man. You know they're gonna build themselves an entire cinematic universe over there at Nintendo. I
feel like it's coming, and it's gonna be awesome.
They're gonna work up to it, and it's gonna be as big as Marvel. Oh, it's gonna be Nintendo's Avengers. I don't even know how they'll do a movie about that, but I know what they'll do. They'll make like the Hand the big bad. The Hand will be the Thanos of Nintendo.
No, the Super Mario Brothers movie looked great. That trailer was done really well.
Stop right there.
It's got me interested in it, and I'm not a huge Nintendo fan to begin with. Now, I play Super Smash Brothers from time to time, but no, I am really interested in seeing Super Mario's Brothers movie, so I can't wait.
Isn't Jack Black supposed to be Bowser?
Yes.
All right. That's awesome. That's god tier casting right there. I don't care what anyone says. Jack Black has the charisma to pull that one off.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
And Stephanie says she can't wait to see the new Avatar movie. I don't feel very strongly about Avatar.
Maybe. Maybe.
I would see it, but I'm not like pumped for it. Because I didn't really think that highly of the first Avatar. It was enjoyable enough, but beyond the special effects and everything, I didn't really feel like it was that memorable of a movie. But that's just me. Do you think Hasbro will reveal the rest of the tiers? I mean, probably, because if
more than likely, they're going to have to do something to save this campaign.
They got 24 days, so if they don't see an uptick in backers in the next week or so, they're going to show something else. They're going to keep trying things up until the end of it. And I don't know if we're going to do like another countdown to midnight on the final night, guys. But if we do, it probably won't be like the other one that we did for the early bird special. The countdown to midnight for this particular, for the finality of the HasLab, the finale, that one would probably be start around 10 o'clock p.m. or something and go for a couple of hours. Because I
think that we should do the ghost hunting adventure around 7 or 8, and then I think we should do a little bit of Halloween gaming for about an hour, and I think we should, just hang out until, the minutes to midnight to see whether it succeeds or it fails.
Yeah.
And then just keep the party going all night long on Halloween.
God, that would be something. I do have my Twitch commitments, so I gotta stream on there a little bit on Mondays. I'm on Twitch.
Well, I mean, like I said, we could do a little bit of Halloween gaming to start out with.
Exactly.
Then a little ghost hunting, and I think we could have a lot of fun on Halloween.
I will be playing spooky games on Twitch for the rest of October. Between my hot tub horror streams and the retro streams. Astrid, do you want to do a ghost hunt at your house? I don't know if Astrid's still in chat or not. I have to ask her probably when she gets here later. But Astrid, if you are in chat, do you want to do a ghost hunt? She might be ignoring me on purpose. Probably doesn't want to dignify me with an answer. Matthew says Hasbro would be smart to reveal more because the campaign's doing poorly. Like I said, really hope with Goblin Queen being considered a tier 0, we get at least 3 to 4 tiers. Yeah. I don't know what they'll do. But right now, it's looking like there's only going to be 3 tiers on this one. Including Goblin Queen. But, you know, with the Rancor, they did a couple of desperation moves on that one, so we'll see. We'll see if she, or we'll see if they do anything. I have no idea.
As long as a cardboard backing is not a tier, I think we'll be okay.
Whoo, boy, that was something. The cardboard backing. Like, I didn't think the bones were that bad of a tier, to be honest. Well, actually, it was kind of a bad tier, wasn't it? That one, those probably should have just been included with the Rancor outright.
I think so too. Those were just more of accessories than tiers.
Yeah, the cardboard backing and the skull should have just been included outright. I don't know what they were thinking on that one. No wonder that one didn't get backed. Todd McFarlane says that Astrid is chatting out right now. It's not chatting, it's chatting out. Like McFarlane, you, Todd, are doing recently with all your reveals. Because the reveals that he's been doing, my God, the guy's got the foot on the gas pedal like he's going to lose that DC license tomorrow. The amount of product he's getting out the door is overwhelming. I haven't even had time to get a Bane yet, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a Bane now. I really hope I can. Blaze, did you get a Bane?
Working on it.
Yeah, I'm working on it too. The only thing I see right now is like a pre-order over at GameStop. I'm hoping that they get like a second shipment or something in so I can get one. Because I'd really like to have a Bane. It's just been kind of eluding me right now because of all the other stuff I have to take care of. Matthew asks here, you have to get going? Alright, rewind. We're going to be heading out pretty shortly too because it's been like 3 hours, but, you know, I'll answer anyone who has, well, we'll answer anyone that has some final questions before it's time to head out for tonight. Which characters would we like to see for the remaining tiers? Doesn't have to be directly related to Ghost Rider. Yeah, we kind of figured.
Blackheart.
Yeah, Blackheart's like the main one, and I think Blackheart's the only one that could really pull this HasLab out of its dire straits. Alright, rewind, you're heading out? Okay, man. Yeah, we're about to head out too. Oh, Blaze, do you have anything you want to get off your chest before we head out for tonight?
No, I'll toss out my channel link here in the chat. Well, it's already been put in the chat. Just scroll up. If you go over there, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for the notifications. There's going to be a couple of new shorts coming up this week. There'll be a new Bandit Salute, possibly Friday or Saturday night. I've got a video, a short planned for this week. Just getting everything set up for it. And so just look for that. And as always, I will be back here next Friday night, and I'm sure that there's going to be something ridiculous revealed this week.
Oh man, you know something's going to happen.
Yeah, something's going to happen, and we'll have a long discussion about it, and you know, we'll give our hot takes on a couple of
piping
here and there.
We're going to serve them up piping hot, guys. As usual. Eddie, thanks for the penguin emotes in the chat there, guys. I love when you guys throw the penguin emotes down. Oh, it feels so good to see them.
And then next week, on the round table, we'll be bringing back the Bandit Salute here live, and we're going to open up a couple of figures, and we're going to do it. We're going to get our first reactions, and we're going to talk about them.
Oh, Blaze, so, I just did one today, bro. I did Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man.
Well, I missed that. I was a little late tonight.
That's okay,
but
we'll do it together.
Yeah, we'll do it together next time, because I'm going to have a couple of things that's coming in that I'm definitely going to want to open on stream. So we'll definitely get to that next week.
And
So I hope you guys have a great night. Have fun, be safe, and remember, be good to one another.
absolutely.
So,
Thanks for coming on, Blaze. I always appreciate it, man.
all right. Well, I appreciate you having me on. As always, thank you too. And sayonara.
Good night, my friend. Guys, if you want to check out my Twitch stream, I stream Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. Mondays, we'd like to do Fortnite. Tuesdays, we're going to be reading some scary stories on there to bring in the holiday season with Halloween. And then we're also streaming some horror games on Thursday, or Wednesday and Thursday on there. So if you want to come on by and check that out, feel free to, my friends. Aside from that, you know, I go by Soulkeeper on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, so love to, you know, come check me out on there. I'm very easy to find. And I'm sorry, Flam Man, but I have to go eat dinner, do some editing, all that usual stuff. I gotta maintain all the stuff on here in addition to everything else I do. So I gotta stop at 3 hours. Well, hopefully next week we'll be able to get into our gaming segment again because, you know, we have been going a little bit long with some of the reveals, but hey, there's been lots of stuff. So if there's lots of stuff, then we gotta talk about it. Anyway, guys, thanks again for joining me, and I hope to see you all again real soon. Until next time, everyone, with love from me to you, I'll see ya. Bye-bye, guys.